There's something in the air.
hello, and welcome, guys, to the Ascent Day Zero stream at Ascent Akihabara.
はい、配信のご覧の皆さん、こんばんは。アセント秋葉原のデイゼロの配信でございます。
My name is Once in Love. I am here joined by Kai, member of Weaves of the Shore. Thank you so much for joining me here today.
Right. 私がWeeps of Show のカイと申します。こちらOnce in Love さんの MC の方です。よろしくお願いしま
We're
す。
here to bring you guys the world premiere of Phantom Monarchs, the next set coming out in Grand Archive, releasing on December 5th.
はい、グランドアーカイブ12月5日発売する予定の最新弾ファントムモナークのワールドプレミア配信でございます。
This is slated to be our largest event ever here at Ascent Akihabara in Belisal.
ここはベルサル秋葉原明日から、グランドアーカイブ史上最大のアセント秋葉原がここにて開催する予定です。
So today we'll be debuting the Merlin Recollection Brilliant Vestige alongside the Phantom Monarch set here for first edition. So we hope you guys enjoy.
ですね、先行でこれから出る最新弾ファントムモナークと同じタイミングで出るレコレクションデッキ、マリン、ブリリアントベステージの、いろいろプレビューをここで行います。
And so to send you guys off, we'll be over to the casters, Mr. Main Deck Dan and Hiro Shisho.
はい、ヒロシショさんとメインデッキダンさんに、渡します。よろしくお願いします。
Welcome, everyone, to Grand Archive Ascent Akihabara Day Zero. I am Main Deck Dan, joined by Hiro.
Hello, everybody, and a very konbanwa to everyone in Japan, and a very Ohio to everyone in the US watching in a very early time zone.
Yeah, 4 a.m.-ish, I think, right now. Certainly, we have Grand Archive's most stalwart viewers viewing across the world right now, but how could you not be watching? Because this is the world premiere of the 8th set of Grand Archive, Phantom Monarchs.
Yeah, time really, really flies. It feels like just yesterday was Dawn of Ashes, where everyone was just figuring out what is the recollection step, and right now we are 8 sets in. So many players are here to play one of the biggest Ascents tomorrow. But before that, there's going to be a bunch of people coming in later to open their Merlin Recollection decks for the first time.
Yeah, they'll be coming in very soon, and at this world premiere event, players are going to get a Recollection deck, the Merlin Brilliant Vestige Recollection deck, as well as 6 booster packs of Phantom Monarchs. And with those booster packs, we're going to have the opportunity to fill out the wall of cards. And this wall of cards is going to show off, hopefully, every single card in Phantom Monarchs. If we're lucky, we might even see some of the new CSRs as well.
And if we're even more lucky, maybe even the CUR for the set.
It'd be incredible for a player at the world premiere to pull the one of 72 serialized Alice Phantom Monarch CSR. Certainly, the chase of the chases in the set, but not just that. The set also has some other things that people could be really excited to pull. We have the new stained glass Advanced Element Sight cards. Hiro, have you seen those in person yet?
Oh man, I have not in person. I've seen them online and I've already found them super amazing, so beautiful. I can't wait to see someone pull one later. And then hopefully I'll be able to, make off with it myself.
Yeah. Oh no, you might get stopped if you're doing that. But this is going to be, I think, just an incredibly fun event for everyone cracking this open and getting their first chance not only to crack open those Phantom Monarchs packs to fill out the wall, but to get a chance to sleeve up the Merlin Brilliant Vestige Recollection deck, which for my money has been, I think, the most fun I've had playing a Recollection deck yet. We had the opportunity to do the video for Weeps of the Shore previewing the deck. Hiro, I have to ask, have you taken the initiative, not everyone does this, but taken the initiative to try printing and proxying it, trying the deck out yet, or is this going to be your first experience with the cards?
Yeah, I haven't played it myself either. My experience with the Recollection deck is limited to watching Cam suffer on camera with the Hot Ones episode. But I think the cards all look like they have some serious potential. I really love what they've done with the design of the cards, with the lore behind the cards, and trying to connect all of the cards in the deck with a singular storyline. I think it's really interesting. It's like reading a manga, and of course, being Weeps of the Shore. And today we're in Japan, Akihabara, the home of Weeps. I think it's going to be a really, really fun event no matter what.
Yeah, the lore thing was the thing that was most surprising to me about the Merlin Recollection deck. This interconnected lore where we have all those different cards showing up the story. But here, the story of the day is the excitement for Grand Archive. We have players lined up outside. Trade night was just going on, hopping for a while with all the vendors in here. We have all the players. Look, main deck Steve-O waving as well. JC Kalange giving a wave too, as well as tons of other players who are just super, super excited to be here and get that chance to open up those decks.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be the biggest Grand Archive event ever so far. And it's going to be so many players coming here from all over the world. Of course, you from US, me from Singapore, many of our fellow players, fellow countrymen here as well. And of course, Japan, their community has been growing bigger and bigger. Even though they only started Grand Archive, I think officially maybe last year, they've gotten so big over the last year already. Had several regionals recently as well, which also brings so many people to come over. Even last week they had a regionals where I think many foreigners were also playing, trying to get a few more reps in before the big event tomorrow.
Right. It's been incredible to see the growth of the game in Japan and how players in this country have really taken to not only the amazing effort they put into the artwork in the game, but realizing that the game is just that good that they're willing to go through translating and dealing with the English cards as much as they need to, because again, this is a game that is only in print in English still, yet here it has already established a foothold in Japan, and that's just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're both here because we love the game so much. We find it so interesting, so fun to play, so fun to watch and to cast. And I think Japan, of course, was a very great market to recently expand into. But even before that, in Taiwan, for example, Taiwan is also one of the biggest markets. They really love the game as well. You can see many very prevalent and notable players from Taiwan too. Everyone loves Grand Archive, I think, no matter what language you speak.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of which, let's take a look at some of these players who are here to love the game. Let's talk about Tyler's interview with some of these players.
Hello, I'm here joined at Ascent Akihabara Day 0, the Recollection event here with the world premiere. I'm at the very beginning of the line. You guys lined up really early. Can you tell me what your name is, what your Omnidex is?
I'm Tony. My Omnidex is 15629.
And are you going to be playing this weekend?
Definitely, I am.
So do you think this is like an easy top 8? Definitely Mint is like the easiest thing you've ever done in your life?
I sure hope so.
So coming all the way over here, first of all, where are you from?
From Dallas, Texas.
Oh yeah, I recognize the Texas crew. I recognize the Texas crew. So you came all the way here, Dallas, Texas. Is this your first time in Japan?
Yes, it has. Pretty fun over here.
So far, have you been here for at least a couple days?
Almost a full week already.
Okay, so a full week here in Akihabara, or Tokyo at least. What's the coolest thing you've done so far, and what was the biggest piece of culture shock to you?
I don't know how to answer that one. Well, the culture shock is that they're all fairly nice, and the customer service is actually great over here. And enjoyable time over here, I know, just the sights, I would say.
Yeah, everything's really beautiful, especially the nature-related stuff. A friend of mine just went to Ueno Park, and it was gorgeous, and the zoo and everything. Yeah, and we also went to Skytree, and there was the aquarium and stuff. So there's a lot of really cool things to do here in Tokyo. So, having the opportunity to come here for an Ascent and both play and explore the culture of Japan is just really, really cool. What are you looking forward to doing while you're here in Tokyo?
I have absolutely no clue because I'm just here trying to get all the fun I can get in.
Yeah, for sure. So I have a question for the rest of you guys here who are all joining here. So everyone's from Dallas, the Dallas crew. What made you guys want to come here to this Ascent specifically? I'll just start with you, sir.
Yeah, I mean, we all travel as a group generally, and so we've been, looking for a reason to go to Japan, and, GA's event here was, the perfect opportunity. So we all planned, 2 weeks as a friend group hanging out in Japan. So it was pretty cool for that.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. We did the same thing. We were like, ooh, Japan. Let's plan a friend trip. So I have a question. I'm going to ask you beside me here, sir. Sure. If you could pick anywhere else to do the next one, the big international, what would you like it to be?
Definitely somewhere in Europe, but I don't have a specific place in Europe, but definitely Europe. I'd like to visit Europe at some point.
Yeah, so this is going to be a really big event. Obviously, we have 3 floors for this event. It's huge. Do you guys feel like it's a little more daunting knowing that there's going to be up to 800 players playing at the Ascent? Do you feel like because it's a newer region, maybe you have a little bit of an edge being the veterans playing from the same state where the game is from? So we'll just join you over here. I'm going to sneak in this side. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, so we played at the regional here last week, and the Japanese players are not to be underestimated for sure. I think like four of them top 8 at that event or something. So I think it'll be a cool event just because it's the biggest Ascent so far, right? And then Kai did win.
True, you did win. You did win. Congratulations. Water Diana, right? That's a big one. So, looking at all the things that we have here with this event, who in the friend group is the lucky one? Who do you think is gonna open the CSR, like the Terminus CSR or some other CSR? I just want to see everyone point at who's the luckiest one.
Yeah. It doesn't matter where it's going to be. It's ending up here, but he is pretty lucky.
Okay, one last question for you. From all the things that have been spoiled so far in the set, if you could open anything, what would it be?
I want the Merlin lineage for sure. Probably level 2. I like that art the best.
This guy's so based. Ponytails, ladders, pirates. But thank you guys so much for joining me here at the front of the line. Guys, we'll be sending it straight back to the casters to bring you the rest of the action.
Exciting to hear from these. We had a group of U.S. players there who are here. Again, there's so many players who came all the way to Japan to participate in this. A lot of them using the excuse as a fun vacation, of course, too. But Hiro, I want to point out one thing. I think a lot of U.S. players will travel the world for these events, and they'll go, "Oh man, it'll be an easy event to play, and easy to top this one, whatever. This country, they're newer to the game or whatever." You're from Singapore. In my experience, it's a pretty tough community as well. We have a lot of your ringers here at this event too.
Well, Singapore is definitely a very strong community. We are one of the largest, I believe, communities in the world for Grand Archive. I think what really helps is the geography of it, like just the country being very small, which means you can attend a lot of locals. Our regionals are bigger than some Ascents and some regionals as well. So it's a really, really, as much as it's a small country, we have a very big player base. And not only is it big in numbers, it's big in quality. And I think everyone knows some of the most famous Singaporean players. I'm sure everyone's familiar with them as well. And I'm really excited to see more of them tomorrow too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's going to be the coolest thing, this whole melting pot event where we have all the American players who are super excited to try and show their stuff here, who are, I think, about to realize how good Singapore really is, how good Taiwan really is, how good Japan really is. There are, and of course, we have European players too. I know I saw Henki the Goat and Asana out there as well, some of the most well-known ones who are here. So really just everyone in the community coming in. And it'll be anyone's game, I think, at the end of the day.
Yeah, and Asana has been crazy the past couple of events
two in a row. 2 Ascent tops in a row at Niagara and then Auckland. Absolutely insane.
He is on a tear for sure, and I think it's going to be great to see him. But one other stat I want to highlight is that in Ascent Kuala Lumpur at the start of this year, the winner was actually a Japanese player, Hachiko, who is also most likely going to be at this event. I assume it's home turf after all. And I think, like was said earlier, you can't underestimate the Japanese players just because they're newer at the game. Just because they're new to Grand Archive doesn't mean they're new to card games, doesn't mean they're new to winning. And I think it'll be really interesting to see what ends up being the top 8 in 2 days from now.
Yeah, that's exactly, I think, the thing people need to realize is that I've been to a lot of the card stores here. I spent a lot of the last week trying to visit as many as I could. And players in Japan, they're very serious about their card games. If they're a card gamer in Japan, they are a serious gamer. And I think a lot of those players have brought that mentality into Grand Archive here, and it's going to be, I think, it's just going to be really fun to get to see this kind of clash of cultures that's going to happen at this event.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be definitely a lot of different strong competitors, and I think the great thing about communities like Japan, communities like Singapore and Southeast Asia in general is because of how close-knit and how tight the communities are, you get a lot of practice in. There's so many card shops in Akihabara. There's so many card shops in Japan in general. Like, just being able to have such a ease of testing means that you'll definitely have more testing in general. And of course, not to say that anyone else can't practice over webcam, over some of the other online communities that have also formed. But over time, this kind of testing really shows in terms of the fruits of that labor.
And if there's anything I've learned about this country, at least in particular, there's a huge focus on efficiency and optimization. And man, if those are qualities that you have going into card games, you can go a really long way. So I'm really excited to see which of our Japanese players really get a chance to break out at the biggest Ascent Grand Archive has ever had.
I think it's going to be very interesting fact, right? Top 8 at a regular Ascent, about 250 players. That's about top 3 to 5% of the player base. Ascent Akihabara is going to have up to 800 players. Top 8 there is the top 1%
Yeah.
of the gamers tomorrow.
That's crazy. That's so great. I never even thought about that particular stat. You have to be in the top 1% to make it in Ascent Akihabara. It's going to be amazing to see, which players conquer in a pretty interesting metagame with obviously a lot of fire and wind, but still like with the regional won by a water Diana, we have these Genbus and these Dianas that are still kind of lurking around the corner here, just waiting for you to pull out the sideboard tech. I don't need to deal with mill. I don't need to worry about fractals.
Yeah, I don't need Viridian. I don't need Scatter Essence. I don't need Tabula, I'm just going to put them away. And that's exactly how I think Razor Gale has made top in the past. No, not top. First place in the past 2 Ascents. No one's playing Nullifying Mirror. Okay. No one's playing Scatter Essence. Okay. We're good, right? And that's the amount of respect that you kind of have to show when a meta like this, which is really diverse, which is really wide, and has a lot of different decks heading into it. What is the deck choice kind of decision going to be like? What is the, I guess, flow chart for you going to be? What matchups are you considering? What's the spread that you're going to be trying to tech towards?
Yeah, and one thing you really need to think about is which matchups am I going to just give up? Right, and there is some amount of, we're in Japan, so maybe it's appropriate, but there's some amount of chance, a little bit of a gotcha roll here on, I'm not going to see fractals. I'm not going to see Genbu. I need a tech for other things. And we'll see, who gets the luckiest. But one thing we're going to head to right now, as far as getting lucky is concerned, is we're going to look at the Master Wall that is going to be used tonight for the premiere of Phantom Monarchs, as our players are hoping to get lucky to open some of these new cards. We have 84 cards revealed so far out of 207 in the set, and you can all see here displayed on the wall all of these different cards that, and as they of course get shown off, they're going to flip over and we get to see them. It's going to be a beautiful display, I think, as we go on. And as we go through, if you're going to be tuning into the stream today, you'll get to see us highlighting many of these cards as they do get spoiled. And your casters here in the booth are going to be talking through all of these wonderful cards. Here we have an example we're going to get to show off. Here's Alice Phantom Monarch. Of course, one of the most exciting cards in the set for players for many reasons. One, so many players were waiting for Alice to be shown in her kind of full power, but also the first level 2 champion with an advanced element hero.
Yeah, I mean, a level 2 advanced element champion. Of course, this is already setting a new precedent, but I think the more interesting thing is because of the introduction of Exalted in the previous set. Exalted, previously, when I wasn't paying too much attention, I thought Exalted at first was if you have level 3. But actually, it's if you have an advanced element enabled, which means that Alice can use Exalted element cards from level 2, which is going to be a pretty interesting interaction, I think. You have access to things like Regal Inquisition, of course. It's Alice. She has to have her titular card.
Yes. Yeah. The thinking it's level 3 thing is something that I've heard several stories of players who thought they could play Regal Inquisition in their Vanitas level 3 deck or something like, well, no, that doesn't quite work. But people will certainly understand how that rule works with Phantom Monarchs, because so far it looks like Alice is poised to be not only a fan favorite character, playing a play style, this kind of graveyard. Some people like to think the reanimation style strategy where you're pulling your allies out of the graveyard, putting them to play, doing something that I think players have been looking for since the release of Dawn of Ashes. I've seen the players wishing for like a necromancer style class since then. But in addition, I think it's looking very strong as well. And so let's take just a quick look around the venue before things begin in earnest here. Players are coming in for the first time, ready to pick up their product hero. I wish I was there also.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, you have seen the regulation. You've gotten to play, make the video. I wish I was there.
Yeah, true. I have a Merlin deck, constructed Merlin deck built back in my hotel, actually.
Yeah, so I'm the one that wants to be there. But that being said, all of these players are here. They want to get this Merlin deck, of course. And of course, the 6-packs of Phantom Monarchs. Getting lucky would be, of course, really good. The Looking Glass sites, the new CSRs, all of the new unique allies, including the first ever unique ally with the same name as a champion.
Yeah, we got several of those here. One of the ones players I think are going to be most looking for is the Merlin UR. Merlin UR is definitely looks like it's going to be a staple in your Assassin Merlin build. So players are going to be happy to pull any of those, but I really hope we get to see a foil version of some of those. Foil URs in this game are some of the prettiest cards in card gaming.
Yeah, I mean, Grand Archive's rarity is so pretty. Like CSR, CURs even, and now with the new Looking Glass sites, all of these different rare cards are so beautiful, and they've done a really good job with making them very desirable. And not only that, at Ascent Akihabara, there is going to be a Path of Silver event. So not only are they desirable just because they're pretty, but Grand Archive also awards people for being committed collectors, for having a very diverse collection, or I guess one of everything type of deal, and being able to use that and turn it into even more rare cards is also really interesting.
Yeah, that's I actually personally brought along my collection as well for the Path of Silver. We just took a look around the venue, by the way, and I didn't get to look behind me before that, but the line is deep at this point as players are getting ready to hit up the register and pick up the Recollection deck, and there's 6 booster packs total, I believe, of Phantom Monarchs. And I think we're just moments away from starting to get our first reveals of new cards here. So, of course, if you're just tuning in, you're here just at the right time because we'll be getting the prize wall, not prize wall, the master wall spoiler reveals for the world premiere of Grand Archive. And by the way, here is, again, a look at our master wall. Everything spoiled so far. 84 out of 207 cards revealed so far. Of course, I believe we've seen all the champions, Hero, I think. There's not any, like, secret champions hiding here.
Well, we'll see. We'll find out very soon. If there is a secret champion, I'm very impressed they've managed to keep it hidden thus far.
Yeah, I believe that's the case, but we do have, of course, plenty more cards to look at. Obviously, nearly 120 cards that we're going to reveal that might completely flesh out new strategies. I know people are looking at, obviously, the Recollection deck is water-based, right? So Water Assassin Merlin is what these players are picking up with the Brilliant Vestige Recollection deck. And trust me, that is already a good deck. That is a deck that can easily be built to be, I think, constructed viable right now. But people are very antsy for Fire Assassin Merlin. Have you seen some of those spoilers, Hero?
Yeah, I think they do have Fire Assassin aggro cards as well.
Yeah.
Some of them are really interesting because there's one that is basically Planted Explosive, but instead of doing additional damage, it does an additional instance of damage, which means Poison Dagger Shenanigans is going to be even stronger.
Yeah, that was the one I got a DM from Silidar at 2 or 3 a.m. my time, who said, if you can make a spoiler video in an hour, you can preview this card. I'm like, okay.
1 hour? 1 hour? No problem.
Yep.
Give me 30 minutes.
That would be more of a
spoiler.
challenge. Yeah, that would be. But yeah, we got to spoil that one. So yeah, I think players are really excited for maybe starting to retire their Fizas in favor of now their Fimers. Maybe, I don't know if that's what we're going to call it. Phylin? What would you call it? Phylin?
That would be sick, actually. That would be pretty cool. I mean, I will leave the naming to the more creative players. I just kind of say the thing that works best. Fiza is a really catchy name.
It is.
Right? Like,
it is.
If you call it Fighter, Finder, actually Finder is kind of cool,
like,
right?
it's like Finder. It's like the word Finder.
Yeah, Finder. But then that would be like confusing.
Yeah, it would be. Let's head over to another interview quick before we get to the full spoilers here with Tyler, another player waiting in line to pick up their exciting new product.
Hello, I'm joined here in the line, looking for a couple people at the Recollection event to see what's going on. Can you tell us your name, where you're from?
Brendan, I'm from Singapore.
Apex? No. Just, always curious. So you guys flew over here. Is this your first time to Japan?
No, not my first time in Japan. I think should be the third time.
And I wish I was my third time in Japan. Japan's pretty cool. A lot of things are really cool here. Yep. I got a couple questions for you. So world premiere of Phantom Monarchs here. What is your most wanted card in the set?
I don't have a most wanted card, but I have a friend who loves Merlin. So I know Cam doesn't like Merlin, but no choice. Gotta say it in front of him right now.
I love this guy. He's so based. He's so based. He knows. Merlin's the best. Alice is whatever, man. Yeah, it's all about the Crux site, Looking Glass. So, you're a big fan of Merlin. Is there anything you're looking to build in PTM, like knowing all the spoilers that have come out so far?
To be honest, I haven't seen much of the spoilers, but maybe some assassin with Pendragons.
Please don't ban Mercenary Blade. Please don't ban it. Yeah. Or the new Divine Relic. That one's good too. You can activate it in your main phase.
The Infermo, the like GCR. Yep.
The thingy, true. But we did have a second volunteer for an interview, so we're gonna move on to the next one over here. Come join us. Hello. Who? Tell us your name. I assume you're also from Singapore.
Yep, also from Singapore, Dion. Yep.
So Dion, what are you looking most forward to in Phantom Monarchs?
I think it's the Water Ephemeral Alice, like the level 2 variant. Yep. The Evo Alice, I guess, Umbro ones.
You are a man after his heart. I can see him nodding. So one of you hates him and the other one loves. No, I agree. I think the concept of that level 2 advanced element is going to bring kind of a whole new spice to the game, right?
Yeah, I mean, allies always have an issue with resources. So with this new like milling off your deck thing, hopefully they have a way to just play allies every turn and don't run out of steam.
Yeah, especially water. I feel like water is like very tempo-y. You really have to like maintain a lot of control, but I think there's a lot of potential for how much this can be like really explosive, but also very, very strong in the new set.
Water don't really have a burst damage, so unless you can keep up maintaining like board pressure, once you lose it, it's very hard to come back in the game, as compared to the wind or the fire variants of allies.
Yeah, for sure. So you said that you're looking for the Alice. Have you had a chance to look at the Looking Glass sites at all?
The Looking Glass, is it the Ephemeral GCR?
No, so the Looking Glass sites are like the Luxem site, the like alt arts, the textless versions.
Yeah, alright. I liked it a lot. I think it's really nice, although I play base rarity, so it's something that will never be my deck.
For sure, for sure. So we got one that loves Cam and the other that hates Cam, but I can tell you that the two casters coming up here with Hiroshisho and Freedom both love Cam.
Love is a strong word. I don't know how I feel about Cam, but I do love Grand Archive. And joining me today is Freedom, who will also tell us a little bit more about what we love about Phantom Monarchs and what we're going to be excited to look forward to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see there's going to be like a lot of new decks that'll come into this format, right? So previously we looked at back in sort of Reflections, there was like Mill Assassin. There's also an Abyssal Heaven. Maybe Mill Assassin can come back in this one. You know, there's more support for that. We've got a lot Chessman. Definitely Chessman has got a lot more cards in this format as well. And we've got a lot more CL and Diana cards, especially for both the Umbra and the Astra version.
Yeah, and it looks like we're already opening up those 6 PTM packs.
Ooh.
And you can see some of these cards already. They're going to be updated onto the wall probably really soon. Here we have Suffocating Ash, another fire card as well that I don't see on the wall just yet. So we are going to see all of them slowly being added. And as they're added, of course, we'll also be updating you. So if you haven't seen all of the spoilers yet, make sure to stay tuned for the rest of the stream while we review the remaining 123 cards in the PTM set.
Yeah, I mean, so like, yeah, as Hiro said, they are opening them now, and then have they opened any recollections yet?
I mean, I think they get both at the same time.
Yep.
So I'm sure they'll be able to do a little bit of both. Maybe they'll start to try building a Merlin deck. Maybe some people have a proxied Merlin deck already. Just need to slot in the actual cardboard cards over their paper cards.
Yeah, I mean, like this new Merlin has a lot of potential.
And speaking of the Merlin having a lot of potential, this is actually a cleric card, so won't really be used in her just yet. But let's take a quick read. Freedom, why don't you tell me what this card does?
All right, so we got a three cost Suffocating Ash action, cleric spell reaction. If you're just class bonus for cleric, this costs 2 less to activate, so it costs only 1. Negate target card activation unless its controller has Suffocating Ash deal 3 plus level unpreventable damage to the champion at fast speed.
Wow, okay. That does a lot of work, doesn't it? So being able to force negate or damage, I guess it's similar to
Tethered Flames.
Tethered Flames,
Yeah.
yes. I was also going to compare it to Acquiescing Rejection.
Yep.
So basically, there's been a lot more cards that they've printed that are, negate unless you do X, rather than pay X. And that's a pretty interesting way to take the interaction. And just like you were talking about, the Merlin Recollection is now being opened by a main deck player here. I believe that's Steve-O.
It is Steve-O, yes.
He is opening up. There is a little die here. I believe that's a Sheen counter, I would assume. It has many, many sides.
All comes with 2.
Is it a D10? Like, so
These are D10s, I think.
Ah, okay. Well, it's not a dice technically because it's sequential.
Yeah.
So it's not illegal for a dice roll. Just make sure that you don't get a little bit worried by that. But Steve-O is gonna rip his pack soon. We're first talking about the design of the pack. No, never mind. We're ripping it already. And it also does come with sleeves, like all the previous recollections, doesn't it?
Yes. So each recollection box comes with the full 60 card deck. It also comes with the the remaining play sets as well. It comes with 3 booster packs. Comes with the Merlin, I believe it is the Merlin sleeves from Dragon Shield.
And here are some of these new cards.
Royal Oathguard.
Royal Oathguard. We have the Lil Froggy, Croaking Webfoot, 1/1/1. We also have a few more wind cards, fire cards, all available. And just now we saw the deck box for the Merlin Recollection. Looks really, really nice. That full art of Merlin on the cover as well. I mean, right now we can't see these cards too clearly, but we will see them once they're on the wall. So we'll leave it to them to talk about it a bit more. Here is some more cards. And we are going to see Night Barker is a doggo. White Warrior Spectre Animal Dog. I know a couple people who like a card like that. Spectre Dog is pretty interesting. But it's Warrior instead of Tamer, so it doesn't have some of those class bonuses. We have
Sworn
Windhand. She is stalwart shieldmate, but stronger. It looks like she has a big shield. A wind element this time. Maybe a good wind ally buff. Could be interesting. And we have a new Regalia as well.
Gustmark Gauge.
Ooh, okay.
So it's probably like a chess man.
It's a chess clock.
It's a chess clock.
It's literally a chess clock. It'll be interesting. If you have less than 10 minutes on the clock, you win the game. It punishes slow play.
So I like that some of the revealed chessman cards have actual like chess flavor in them.
Yeah, en passant.
Yes.
You can't just say en passant.
But I like that the pawns can turn into queens as well.
Yeah, a lot of flavor is put into Grand Archive cards by the lore team, and I think it's really, really good that they have that. I mean, of course, Dan and I were talking about how the Merlin Recollection, for example, all of the cards form a story like a manga or a storybook, and that's really, really interesting too. We're seeing some Crux cards as well.
Alright.
We're going to be pretty interesting. I see Surveil the Winds reprint behind.
Soul Trace Tessellation.
Assassin spell.
2 cost fast speed.
Prepare one.
Prepare 1.
Put sheen counters. So that's going to be an interesting way to develop more sheen. Surveil the Winds reprint is nice as well. So that does give a nice little additional way to get this card for your assassin. And there's the Diana! The unique ally Diana, not the foil unfortunately, but still really, really cool. Ranger Distortion Human 2/4. And interestingly, my friends and I were talking about how this is a distortion, which means you can play it with Looking Glass. So decks like Wind Wake Up, for example, now have a 3/2/4. They don't usually play a champion, but her class bonus is also pretty good. It's ranged 3 class bonus, which makes her a 5 attack ally with ranged, which is pretty above average for a for an ally in that deck. But we have a reveal, so freedom.
So we've got here Royal Oathguard. We've got a Exalted Element, 3 cost. Intercept Vigor, Guardian Human, 3/4. Ooh.
And 3/4 Guardian Human with both Intercept and Vigor. This is a pretty plain card, all things considered, but
very powerful though.
Exactly.
3/4 with Vigor.
And Intercept. Yeah. It's a Frostborn Paladin that stands itself up after attacking, and that's it. Like it's really good.
Yeah, but that obviously it comes with a setback that you can only play it when you have Exalted Element, when you have access to another advanced element enabled. So it's like a late game-ish kind of card.
It is.
As well. But however, like Guardians love 3/4 allies. They're very powerful.
Yeah, I mean your Ciels, your Tenorises, I think they would appreciate a card like that. And here's the Night Barker that I was talking about earlier, the Warrior Spectre Animal Dog. He is really handsome, by the way. Weeps. Hello. Woof. Anyway. On death, what does Night Barker do, Freedom?
So return Night Barker from your graveyard to the field. It becomes ephemeral. Oh, so it dies and then it just comes back.
It's a wolf. It barks again. In the day, in the night, after it goes to the graveyard.
So it just goes bark.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Night Barker, double barker. This is a pretty similar effect to Unyielding Waveguard, right? So it's offensive version where you need to hit it twice to get rid of it. Because it's an animal, I guess it would be interesting in a deck like Sylvie. Level 1, you would play this, it becomes a 2/4. Even when you get rid of it, it comes back as a 1/3. So I think that's pretty nice.
I think it's nice. Like, you can buff it with level 1 Sylvie. You can buff it with more other buff counters like Forest Cakes.
And here's
Here we
the
go.
Sworn Windhand that we saw earlier.
3 Sworn Windhand. Guardian human ally with class bonus Taunt. It's a 1/3. Sworn Windhand has retort 2 plus X, where X is the amount of omens you have. So it is for Wind CL allies.
Wind CL allies getting a nice little buff there. 1/3 Taunt is pretty good. 3/1/3. While it's not the best stat line, it's not that premium 3/2/3 that people really like. It does come with Taunt, and it also comes with that additional retort, which means retaliation is going to be much stronger.
It's definitely going to hurt.
2 plus X is really high too, because even if you have only 1 omen, that means this retaliates for 4, which hits a lot of allies. Force on Paladin, the 3/4 we saw earlier, for example, too. Now the chess clock. As long as Gusmark Gauge is awake, chessman allies you control get +1. So, +1 HP, sorry, just to clarify. And level 2, as long as Gusmark Gauge is rested, chessman allies you control get +1 attack as well. So, pretty interesting, right?
This is really interesting because you choose, awake or rested. Which mode do you want, right?
Yeah, and notably, the plus attack is only at level 2. So generally, at the beginning, you keep it awake as, defensive kind of regalia. And then later on, once you're level 2, you can start turning it to be more aggressive. So just like in the later stages of a chess game, where you have to pick up the pace because the time is running out, I think that's pretty interesting, right? Lore accurate again.
Oh, that's a lot of chess flavor there, right? I mean, I like that it's got the glimpse once as well.
Yeah, I mean, being able to look at cards is always good. Glimpse is, of course, better than just looking at the top card because you can't put it at the bottom if the card isn't what you're looking for. So, next card is Off With Her Head. That's rough.
All right, so we've got a 2-cost attack card for Guardian Sword. As long as the attacker is attacking a unique ally, Off With Her Head gets +3 attack.
Yeah, and you look at the art, it's Ciel and Diana both going off with her head too. Verita, the Queen of Hearts, who is in fact a unique ally. What's Verita's stat line again?
Verita is a 4/4.
4/4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's overkill, isn't it? Because it does 5 damage now. That's pretty cool. And next is the Golden Gambit. This is, I believe, also a chess term, the Gambit. Alice bonus fast activation. So if you are Alice, this is a slow speed spell, but it becomes fast activation if you're Alice. As an additional cost to activate this card, sacrifice a chessman ally. Draw 2 cards.
Okay, so it's like a cremation ritual.
Yeah, it's a cremation ritual that you can activate on fast,
At fast,
if you're Alice. And Alice 2, I think, spawns chessman pawns.
Yep.
Which means that you can
You're
get
basically
this right
getting
away.
free value, right?
Yeah, it's turbocharged for Alice. Instead of the battery, you throw your pawn at your opponent. And that's what makes you draw more cards, which is pretty good still. And of course, the chessman allies aren't limited to the pawns as well. So I think that's a really nice buff for card advantage.
Okay. All right, so we've got the 3-cost, the Wise Knight. Now we've seen, I think, Silida revealed this, I think, recently last week. The ally, the Commanded Will 1. It's a 1/3 water ally, chessman knight human, with Commanded Will 1. So as long as this unit is attacking with a command card, it gets +1 power. Whenever you attack a chessman, whenever you activate a chessman command card, Wise Knight gains unblockable until the end of the turn.
Ooh, that's pretty interesting. Like, we have every command is Suzaku's chessman command, right? So you go chessman command, you have +1, so that makes you a 2/3 already.
So
then the attack
1,
usually is
2.
+1 or more.
You'll probably be attacking for about like 3 or 4 as well, because I think skewering advance, it's like a 2 attack.
Yeah, so that's pretty strong as well. And there's the Crux card we were looking at earlier, the Prepare 1. Soul Trace Tessellation, prepare 1, put 3 Sheen counters on target unit. If Soul Trace Tessellation was prepared, put an additional Sheen counter on that unit for every 3 cards in your banishment. This is interesting. What do you think is the, I guess, synergy here between the banishments and the Assassin Merlin?
Sure, like if you're playing like a floating memory, you're gonna banish them into the banishment, right? So let's say like level 1, level 2, and 3. Level 1 that means 1, and then 2, doing about maybe like 6. At least 6 are gonna be in the banishment.
Yeah, at least 6 to go to level 3. I mean, If you dungeon guide,
Yeah,
then
for 5 or 6, right?
Yeah, but
But you
assuming
can-
like Frostborn Paladin and things like that as well. And here's the Severe the Winds reprint that we saw earlier with this lady. We have
we haven't seen this one yet, I believe.
yeah. Someone opened it just now
Yeah.
on the stream. but-
Hopefully we'll see it then.
yeah. Who is this ally? Do you know? Ooh, here's the Diana CSR. We've already seen this pulled earlier. So for those of you who aren't aware, the Diana Haunt Reminiscence is an Umbra unique ally with Ranger, Distortion, Human as her types. Notably, Distortion, as mentioned, means you can play it in a Looking Glass focused deck. So let's talk a little bit more about that Diana CSR. Of course, it looks really, really good because it is Diana. But other than that, I think it's just really interesting to have a 2/4 ally that is also a Distortion, meaning you can play it out and it will be a very premium stat line. And if you have that class bonus, comes in for ranged 3 plus X as well, which is really interesting.
It's going to come in for a lot of damage as well. Now, I think we've just been told that we've revealed about 94 cards out of 207.
Yeah,
so
so
far.
plus 10 since the last
Yep.
time we checked in, which
It's not
is
even
really
halfway.
nice.
Not even halfway yet.
Oh, we're gonna be in for a long night.
That's what we're here for. We're here to show you these new cards.
That's right. So we're gonna go to Tyler now, who has a pretty prominent player, and we'll leave you to see who that is.
Hello, I'm joined here with Sano, one of the SoCal guys here. Played a lot of events. He did quite well last year in the competitive year. We went to a couple of events together. Competed at C Nationals. Surprisingly, good showings for all of us. But how do you feel about PTM? Do you feel like this might be your season going forward?
I'm actually I'm actually really looking forward to like seeing what Seal has to offer. I think the archetype's really cool, and it's got a couple of really cool spoilers that I'm actually very excited for. This season though, I'm probably not going to get as much time to play, but I will try as much as I can.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tougher one for North American players. You know, we only have, I believe, Ascent Los Angeles, which will be in March for PTM specifically. But with all the other stuff, it's going to be tough, right? There's a lot of events elsewhere. There's Manila, there's going to be Ascent London, and then I think there's one more, right?
There's Vegas, no?
Oh, Vegas is already out. Either way, with this set, PTM coming up, you've seen a lot of spoilers, you've seen a lot of the CSRs. If you could pull any card, what is the card you want to pull?
To pull, I mean, obviously I want to pull the CUR, right? But in terms of artwork, there's a CSR that actually just got released, and I love Premiere Art Studio, so like the artwork with it was like a dude on a throne, like looks really sick. So that's probably my new favorite artwork that just came out. It was just spoiled like literally 5 minutes ago.
That was the one CSR I missed. I have no idea what you're talking about. I really hope I get the chance to see it at some point, because...
Yeah, it had to do with the chessman cards.
Oh, the chessman. Okay, I was interested. Because you talked about a dude, and my first thought was the lizard guy. Cam loves the lizard guy. Bill the lizard. So, let's see. PTM, do you think you're going to try any of the more unique archetypes that are coming out, whether it's chessmen or going more into cardistry now that cardistry has more available cards? What are you kind of feeling with that?
Maybe. It kind of just, yeah, or Sheen. I guess it just depends on how strong they are in the meta. Obviously, I want to top an Ascent, so it depends if they're good. Maybe if they're fun enough, I'll play them at locals more. But yeah, generally, like the chessman stuff looks really fun, honestly.
Well, thank you so much for joining me here. I appreciate it, Sano. We'll let you get back to the line with your friends. Hope you guys enjoyed so far all of the different cards that have been revealed here at the world premiere of Phantom Monarchs. We're going to send it back to the casters because those guys are pretty cool, and they've got a lot to talk about with the different cards.
Tyler, you gotta take me out to dinner first before you try to, flatter me like that, man. But anyway, we are here still at Betasal Akihabara for the world premiere of the new Phantom Monarch set going live on December 1st?
December 5th.
5th.
Yes.
That's right. I just want it to come sooner. I can't wait. It's so many days away still. But at the very least, we have Ascent Akihabara to tide us over for the next couple of days. Let's talk about the meta heading into the event, Freedom.
Okay.
What do you think are some of the decks that you're really interested in seeing, other than, I guess, the main big ones?
So this format is really wide, okay? So there's about like 12 to 15 decks that could possibly appear in this one. Besides, like, let's say the strongest three, right? The Crux ones and the Razor Gales, and then we got the Sadie as well. I'm happy to see like the ones that don't have a lot of representation, that like Water CL, Water Allies CL, because I know that there are a few Japanese players and some Taiwanese players who have played this deck. We've got Shabby, we've got Limbo to mention, right? We've got, so hopefully they do really well as well. We've got something like KFC actually. That's actually dropped off since Niagara.
Yeah. Since the Rao ban, I think KFC has definitely not performed as well. Suzaku in general, the fire aggro decks in general, I feel like haven't performed as well in a much more open meta. I guess a lot of people are also more prepared for fire aggro because everyone is playing the Resolute stance, the interaction with combat in general, because it's so good into the Crux Knight Lorraine, that I think they kind of just got collateral damage for that.
Definitely, like you said, Resolute Stand, Lorraine's Clarent has also gotten in their way as well. But, it's not, while the deck hasn't been able to perform as well, we do have some of the strong players who've been using those decks. Hopefully that they can, overcome those barriers.
Yeah, and I think the thing about strong players is that there's going to be so many at tomorrow's event. And because there's so many, it also means that day 2 is going to be equally stacked. You weren't here for Ascent Taipei, but do you know how many rounds of Swiss we played at that event?
Apparently I think it was 9. It was 9 on the first day and then 5 on the second. They add an extra round at the end.
Yeah, it was 9 plus 5, and that was with almost half the players here today. If you think about it, I was just talking about. I was talking to myself about how Ascent Taipei was one of the biggest events that we've had so far. 470 players. And tomorrow we have almost double that amount. And I was talking to Dan about the statistic. Top 8 at a 470 player event. About
at least 100.
Day 2, at least 100. It was 120-ish players. Tomorrow, I think it will be around 150 players making it into day 2. Narrowing that down to 8 is going to be very, very tough.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to. So now, in addition to that, right, he's also got the top 100 as well. So even if you get day 2, you're not guaranteed to get the top 100 promo, the Retold Fortune.
Oh yeah.
As well. So 50 of them are gonna miss out. So they've got to fight really hard just to get there.
Yeah, I mean, some people, when you go into a day 2 where you just have 18 points, it's going to be really difficult already to try and get that spirit. Even if there's only 30 players, even if there's only 50 players in the day 2, it's already difficult. Now imagine 120, 170 players in that day 2. How are you going to make it unless you take every single game very, very seriously?
You have to. So I think you need. I think day 2 you need X and 3, I believe, because you need 18 points on this one rather than the 16, right? So IDing is just not a good idea. You have to play every game, play and win every game you get. Don't even try and draw. Just when you got to get those 2-0s, 2-1s.
Yeah, I mean, the top 1% of players get the spirit of Water Minth. And if you're not that top 1%, you are not going to walk away with that very, very coveted spirit. And even without looking at top 8, top 100 does have an extra promo like you were talking about. And being able to get that, of course, is still a really nice benefit on top of that Pendragon. But at the very least, one other interesting fact about Ascent Akihabara is that the Scrubbed Out of Steel event is actually a regionals this time. That means...
So we've got, exactly, like you said, day 2, special edition, special Scrubbed Out edition is a regionals. What I'm very excited, what I saw in the announcement, right, is that the top 32 players get the foil Terrafring promo, the Niji Sanji, the Hoshikawa Sada one as well. That's really nice to see in person as well. So we've got a regional max 500 players.
Yeah, and that means, unfortunately, there's going to be maybe 100 or 200 players that aren't able to get a slot, since the other 100 or so will be in day 2 of Ascent Akihabara. But I mean, there's also going to be the Path of Silver event where you can see many players just flex their collections, and it will be really fun to cast over that for a little bit as well. Just get to see all of the shiny cardboard all in one place, and suddenly Belsal Akihabara has become a very scary place to get robbed or something like that.
All right, let's hope they don't. No one does, right? As well. So have you ever done Path of Silver before?
Personally, no, but the Zedivs, who is the Apex Players Guild owner, does a lot of work on Path of Silver. He has an insane collection, and he recently got a very high score on the previous Path of Silver, so I'm sure he's going to be looking for number 1 again this time. But it looks like we're on our card wall. Let's see if we've got a new review to
Alright.
show to you guys at home. It looks like we do not. But we are looking at the wall. As mentioned, there are about 94 cards revealed so far. There's going to be a lot of cards. And here's a new one. Oh! Bill! I have met you for the first time. I already love you. Go ahead.
This is Bill Chimney Sweep. 3-cost fire.
He is.
Yep. A unique ally. Fire. A warrior, spectre, animal, lizard.
Oh, whoa!
Whoa, whoa!
What is this?
So, remember, every recollection box has a chance to get the CSR, right? So someone has now hit that CSR.
Spirit Blade Dominus. Bill, I'm sorry. I know I said I love you. Go away.
all right, back to Bill. So on it, so it's a 4/3. Wow, it's a lot. It's on enter. If Bill is not ephemeral, sacrifice a spectre ally. Okay, and then Alice bonus ephemerate 5. Discard a card.
Whoa! Which one is this? I can't see. Luxem.
Luxem sight.
Oh no, this card gives me PTSD. I don't like it.
All right.
Take it away.
Looks like someone has.
No, it's a Singaporean too. Why?
All right.
Okay, Bill again.
Oh no,
Bill, no more Bill. Okay, who now? Genuflecting Execution. 7-cost water exalted action mage spell. Class bonus efficiency.
Okay.
So I mean
For
it's
mage,
exalted.
yeah.
So I mean it's gonna be 4 or 5 cost. Destroy up to 2 target rested allies. Wow. Okay, Genuflecting Execution seems like a pretty good like anti-aggro tool, but it being exalted also means that it comes in pretty late. And here we have a new Illusory Arms
Illusory
Master.
Arms Master. 2-cost ally. Exalted. Warrior human. For warriors. A class bonus fast activation. 2/2. On enter, target warrior weapon you control gains Spell Shroud. Ooh, and put 2 durability counters on it.
Whoa. Okay.
There's a lot of play with this with the fast activation. Fast activation has huge potential.
Yeah, and it's exalted. So this means it works in Fire Lorraine. You can give your Sword Saint's Vow 2 extra durability counters, and we're already on the next one.
Right. Umbra 1-cost Reflected Blight. Action curse spell. Return target card from your graveyard to your memory. Then put Reflected Blight on the bottom of your champion's lineage. When you do, so it's a Umbra Reflected Blight. Return target card from your graveyard to your memory. Then put this card on the bottom of your champion's lineage. When you do, deal 1 unpreventable unpreventable damage to your champion for each cursed card in your champion's lineage as the fast. That is a lot of words.
That is a lot of words. The Grand Archive cards have been getting wordy.
Return target card from your graveyard to your memory, so you can get your cards back.
Yeah, I mean, I think CL technically already kind of does that by putting the card into the Omens, and then after that you can Manjom. But I guess this way you're able to just swap. It's a 1-for-1 into your memory at fast speed, which means you can do this pre-rack as well,
but notice,
which is really nice.
Notice the art. 2 CLs.
Whoa, 2 CLs?
We haven't even seen the we haven't seen the ally CL, if there is one.
Ooh. Oh, you're right. This is hinting unique ally CL as well, isn't it? Oh, that's gonna be interesting too. Maybe we haven't seen all the champions, but we are about to see some more unique ally champions instead.
Hopefully, someone on the floor pulls the CL ally. Yep. Sorry. Hopefully someone pulls the ally version of CL. All right. So we've got the next card, a Crux, 2-cost Crux, Recursive Confidant, an ally Crux, Warrior Human. So warrior class bonus for warrior on enter. Until end of turn, you may activate target warrior attack card in your banishment. It is a 2/3. Right. So with me now, we've got main deck Dan. What do you think of this card?
Yeah, I'm back and really excited to come and see this right away. This is another 2-cost 2/3 with a powerful ability just to kind of get an immediate card advantage by getting to use an attack from there. Obviously, these Crux decks have some incredible attacks that they would be happy to use from banishment, especially if you end up like needing to banish. I can imagine any of your attacks that you're just going to be more okay putting them down into memory when you're leveling now, dungeon guiding up, whatever. Okay, cool. I lost my any of my sudden steel or something. Like I'll just go ahead and use that now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So we've seen some. I think we've seen like a Crux attack card as well.
Yeah, we there's a new one.
Yeah, there's a new one. Yeah.
There is a new one that is not class bonus to assassin or anything, and that one is like an obscenely
Insane, yeah.
strong new card from the recollection deck that allows you to on ally kill basically steal the ally that you killed and play it from their graveyard. So that's going to allow you to take your opponent's Ghost of Pendragon or something. Yeah, I mean this is an interesting card. These cards are a little tough to slot into decks because they, it's not. This isn't like a 4 of card. I think your deck's not like I gotta have 4 of this. But I could see this being one of those like 1 or 2 ofs, where it's just like, oh, actually, I win the game now because I have access to an attack.
I mean, so now that we got all these new cards, the 60 cards in your main, it's such a tight, like it's really hard to like slot out which one you want this, which one you want that, because all these decks are already well established of what are like 4 ofs, what are like maybe 2, what are,
Yeah. Hey, hang on a second here too. I just looked at the flavor text.
Yep.
Ghosts around the castle grounds. Don't be ridiculous. There are no such things as ghosts. This is like a ghost replacement. See what he's like? Ghost of Pendragon replace that. Maybe that's a cheeky like jab at like maybe if Ghost of Pendragon ends up resting in peace at some point, this is the card you play instead. Oh, we just got to see this card. I was there with a player, Louis, who pulled this.
Oh, yeah?
I would love to attempt to say the name of this card. I think it's Plage au Amards, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
It's going to be something like that. But this is a fun card because this is a unique domain, Tamer Siegeable Ocean.
Ocean?
Ocean.
That is a new subtype we got.
Yeah. This art, by the way, is super cool. I love what's going on. This is a 3-cost, 4-life domain. So it's siegeable, so it can be attacked by allies to get off the field, but it's going to kind of do everything it needs to right away with an on-enter that's going to put 2 cards from your deck in your graveyard. Just that mill 2, try and find floating memory, try and get the value, but if you set up that Deluge 4, having 4 water cards in your graveyard, animal and beast allies for tamers get +1 life. So interesting, like water tamer support in kind of a direction that's more similar to like set 1, so like Dawn of Ashes style, like Lakeside Serpent, kind of pushing the life thing. What do you think about this, Frida?
I can definitely see this in like, Gimbu.
Well, yeah.
I mean, like, you're going to see it in there, right?
Yep.
So when you think like water tamer allies, everyone kind of like defaults to Gimbu. However, I do hope to see classic Sylvie.
Yeah.
Back in the format. Was it Loved by All and?
Let's see. One with the pack is the level 2.
And with the pack, yes.
Okay.
Sylvie with the pack as well. Hopefully, we get to see those come back.
Yeah, we have Fracturing Slash here as well. This is a new... Oh, I've been waiting to see this Wind Merlin Assassin support. 2-cost, 3-power attack Assassin Sword. Merlin bonus on attack. You may move up to 3 Sheen counters from among units on the field onto the defender. This is a card that is, I think, really sweet for that deck, because one of the things your opponent's going to do from Merlin's inherited effect is they're going to try and spread their Sheen counters around so that they don't put 3 on their champion to end up causing you to get the trigger on your mastery to deal 3 extra damage. Wind is always kind of this more mid-rangey, like aggressive, like push. I think this Wind version of Merlin will like to do like slice and dicing with the Surveil the Winds to set up prep counters. And this gives you another way to say, okay, I'm not ready to slice and dice yet, but there's 3 Sheen counters out there because you recollected. Yeah. I'm just going to put them all on your champion and hit you for 6.
I really like this Sheen counters mechanic.
Yeah.
I mean, there are so many ways. Yeah, like I said, there are so many ways to get these Sheen counters on the board. Being able to move them how you want them is going to be huge in this next deck as well.
Yeah, that card is super exciting.
Okay, so here we've got the Nether Dodo Bird. We've got a Dodo. It's got 3-cost fire. Cleric for the Cleric Spectre. Sacrifice the Nether Dodo Bird. If Nether Dodo Bird was not ephemeral, draw a card into your memory. Otherwise, deal 2 to each champion you don't control. This is a 1/3, so perfect for aggro fire.
This is, I mean, we've seen a couple effects like this now. These sacrifice allies that allow you to draw a card into memory. We've done some early testing actually with the water one that we've had spoil already, and it's very good. I think you don't want to underrate this ability to just have a play. Like the problem with Liminal Guide is it gets stuck in your hand. Sometimes you can't do anything.
Yeah.
You can just drop the Nether Dodo Bird turn 1, and then go ahead and sacrifice it, draw a card into memory. And then later on, if you end up bringing it out, making it ephemeral with one of your Alice shenanigan things, then you can go ahead and get an attack off and then deal 2 damage to each champion and kind of push that. We'll have to see how the Alice fire engine works, right? This, I think, looks like a key piece to that engine.
I definitely like to see. I do like that you can use this later. as well. Yeah, like if it's not using something Incinerated Templar.
Right.
Yeah, bring that back later. Put that in, and then get the Nether Dodo Bird in to deal 2 damage, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely seems like that Spectre Fire Engine. It's too bad we don't have Rile of the Abyss, I guess. I mean, I guess it's too bad and it's not too bad, right? But I hopefully that it has the engine. The engine is still there for that deck to kind of get rolling and find that value for some variants in our ally list.
I do like in the oh, sorry, it just left. I did like the flavor though, the flavor text to it.
Oh yeah.
So we've got the Umbra card, Embrace Noir. So action Guardian spell until end of turn, all allies gain stealth. If it's CL bonus, if you have one or more Umbra element Umbra element omens, draw a card into memory. Fast spell. So a stealth card.
All allies gain stealth.
Okay, only the allies though.
Yeah, if this was all units, I mean, this would be, I think, a CL staple. Because one thing CL loves to do is just run like 1 of 2 of copies in the deck. Because once he finds it, he can use it when he needs it, then omen it, and then reuse it from omens here. This is what you really want to care about your allies with that deck. But we have already seen a card spoiled for CL that allows him to play some of the most powerful allies in the game, put them into play out of omens, right? So there's some interesting shenanigans we can start to see with that. Maybe starting to see things like Marianne, Maladroit Maid coming out.
Yeah.
And once you have these allies and you need to protect them to win the game, well, now we have Embrace Noir to be able to give them stealth, and it replaces itself as long as you have at least 1 Umbra element omen, which this deck should be able to do.
I mean, I really like the CL deck. There's so many options you can do with it. So it's like we've seen like 5 different builds you can do with it.
Yeah,
3 or 4 different Umbra builds with it. But yeah, one thing that I haven't seen is Umbra allies. Not enough anyway, because we've only seen in this format, right? Currently, we've only seen Carter being used, and then once he's done, he's kind of gone as well. But imagine Carter being on there for longer than 1 turn.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Just having Carter alone, being able to stealth him might be pretty huge for CL. It's an interesting card to look at here. We're going to look at another one, though. The Brookside Scout, adorable artwork here. The little frog hat. Oh
frog.
my god! Yeah, this one's not actually a frog though. It's just she's just pretending to be a frog. Ally Ranger Human, 2 cost 1/2. Has floating memory, no class bonus. I love seeing that right away. And then Deluge 3 on enter. If you have 3 or more water element cards in your graveyard, you may load an Aether Charge card from your graveyard into an Aether Wing weapon you control. Oh, wow. I think this card does a lot.
And floating memory.
Yeah. The floating memory is what really makes this card, I think, stand out as one that is going to already just have that built-in value. As long as you can set this up right away to have an Aether Charge in your yard, which in those Diana decks, you're going to turn... Yeah, turn 2, you're just going to load up your Aether Charges, fire them off, and then this Brookside Scout is ready to drop in and just reload something in there, and then has floating memory. It's going to be an ally they can't completely ignore because she's just going to add on damage.
Exactly. They have to deal with it, right? It's 1/2. So it's not too hard to clear it, but you have to clear it because otherwise you're going to be taking chip 1/1/1 per each turn. But if you do, it gets floating memory.
Yeah, this is a great new option for those Diana decks where they're going to continue to try and battle this one issue of like having enough Aether Charges, having enough allies, and like trying to figure out what the right balance is here. But this card has all the text that I need to see on it to want to play it.
I do like that you could play that first, get it killed, and then play Crystalline Archer or Frostborn Paladin.
Oh yeah, works great with those.
All right.
Ooh.
So we got here the Ducal Seal. It's an Exalted Norm Regalia item, and yeah, so Exalted. Banish the Ducal Seal under end of turn. Players can't declare attacks unless they play 3 for each attack declaration. Play this typically only during the opponent's declaration phase. A recollection phase, right? So it's basically like a Terrafring, however, a more expensive version.
It's a Terrafring that absolutely says you are not attacking me this turn. The amount of cards you have to have in hand to be able to do like a slice and dice under a Ducal Seal is going to be just
9.
Yeah,
you need 9 cards.
It's a pretty hefty amount to have to get through. So this is going to shut down some of the strongest turns of the game. The problem is that it's got Exalted, but we have this new Umbra Alice who's going to have Exalted unlocked, turn 2 possibly, right? Just going like level to 1, dungeon guide to 2. Okay, time to start playing some of the strongest cards in the game. This shows an example of how these Exalted cards bring an interesting option for your deck building.
Well, you could be even more obnoxious and bring this and Terrafring.
Yeah, you could have both.
You could have both as well. I do like that we're seeing more of these Terrafring type kind of cards. We have, like, I believe there was one in Abyssal Heaven, a fire card, but it wasn't played at all.
Yeah.
Because it was the main deck, right?
Right.
As well. But being able to bring this out from your material deck is going to be great, because you've got an option, right? You can take this one if you are a level 3 deck. You can take this one in place of Terrafring, or you can have Terrafring, or you can have both.
Or you could have both. If you imagine popping both on your opponent's turn, like costs you 5 for every single attack this turn. Yeah, it's going to be fun to see which decks I think are really going to lean even harder into these Exalted cards as we start to get more of them, because this mechanic came out into Sword of Reflections, and so it's still pretty new to the game, right?
Yeah, definitely. I've seen a lot of these cards. These Exalted cards, I do love them. I do like that they're trying to support these level 3 Advanced Element decks. All right.
They have the Morning Veilbound next. This is a 2-cost 0/2 ally Cleric Spectre with Stealth, 0/2 Stealth, but has Sacrifice Morning Veilbound up to 1 target Spectre ally, gains Spell Shroud until end of turn. Okay, that's interesting. There's no way to ephemerate this on its own or anything, but this is an ally that you can have out there to protect your more important Spectre allies. And we do know that for example, the Alice deck is going to try to bring out something like the Jabberwocky, right?
Yeah.
A big ally that you desperately want to make sure you have ways to keep in play.
Yeah, I mean, with it being stealth, you're not going to be able to get rid of it unless you got True Sight. And not many allies do, only Lorraine with Crux Side, but you need to buff that as well. But yeah, like I said, it can protect all your more important allies. Now, one thing to note I can see here, this is a new artist. I've never seen this name before.
This is the same artist, I think, as the Ocean that we just looked at as well. I think this artist is new to the game and really putting out some stunning work
I
so
do like
far.
this art, though. This is very new art.
I think this is going to be a fun card to see, though. I think Jabberwocky had one glaring issue, which is that I think a lot of players are going to start looking at this just like targeted object destruction because there's starting to be so many things to try and deal with in the game. Phantasias, Regalias, allies, all this stuff and a lot of the advanced elements are starting to get a new option to go, okay, this just destroys an object of some kind. Luxem, Umbra, now Crux has one as well.
Yep.
You're going to want ways to stop these spells, and Jabberwocky prevents damage.
Yeah.
But needs a way to kind of...
But cannot
Yeah.
be in destruction.
Right. So this could definitely be a clutch card for these Alice decks to play who are trying to do that Reanimator strategy.
All right, so we're going to move on to the next card here. Is it Facet Together, I think?
Facet Together.
Facet Together. So 1-cost wind action, Assassin Warrior spell. That's a fast. Activate this turn only during an opponent's turn. Sacrifice any amount of Memorite objects. Target weapon you control gets +X power until the end of your turn, where X is the amount of objects sacrificed this way. Then put X sheen counters on your fractured memories.
Wow, that's a wild one. Okay, so we've seen this kind of thing before with like Polcock had the Calamitous something. Calamity Cannon. That's the one. Yeah. I'm just gonna. This is my big attack. I'm going to use it on you next turn, right? But this is fast speed. Use it on the end of your opponent's turn. They really can't respond to it very well at all. You have to have built a lot of Memorite objects, but one thing that the Merlin Recollection deck does is puts out a lot of Memorite tokens if you want it to. Put in multiple obelisks, put out multiple shard wings, and put out those swords. And this allows you to kind of go into, I think, that Crux turn where we have a few ways to like wake Merlin up in Crux in general, where you can say, you know what, I'm just going to put all of the sheen counters on, a bunch of sheen counters on my memory, so I'm ready to level up, and then I'm going to put all of the power onto this Memorite blade, level up, get all of my benefits, and then crash into you multiple times with this powerful sword. That's a really kind of fascinating potential endgame.
I like that. So you can have this big OTK-ish turn, but even now Wind has it as well. So fire, like a fire has like Home by Fire, you just gotta build up durability counters. Now this one has pretty much almost the same kind of attack.
Yeah.
As well.
This also could just not even be a level 3, but be like a low to the ground, like 1 or 2. Like, oh man, if you're gonna slice and dice, actually, hang on, if you're gonna slice and dice, after you use this Facet Together on your Memorite blades, the Memorite blades have 2 durability, right? So you just go ahead and say, all right, cool. I used my birds. I'm just going to put them all onto my blades. My blade's like 4 power now. And then my turn, 3 prep, slice you. Slice you again. That is so much damage.
Slice and dice is gonna be like really annoying. 'Cause I have locals who love using assassin and love using slice and dice. I'm gonna keep seeing it every locals.
Yeah, you really are. Yeah, slice and dice. There's ways even for Merlin to get the inheritor, or not the inheritor, the effect trigger on fracture memory to deal 3 damage. There's a way for her to get him on for her to get it on both the slice and the dice.
Yeah.
There's tricky triggers that you can stack to be able to get that. So that alone is already pushing a 6 damage and then a 9 damage attack, and then you add on whatever sword. The 4, even just like a 3 or 4 power sword, just that becomes super lethal.
So now of all the cards that you've just seen like in the last half hour, what kind of deck are you excited to kind of test with or play around with?
I mean, our whole team we're big Merlin fans,
Yeah.
so we've been on like the Water Merlin. Like we have a constructed list we've been messing with a little bit already with the spoilers. But I'm really excited to see what Alice brings to the table. I think that's the most exciting new champion.
Okay. All right, that's very good. All right, so we're gonna go send this to Tyler, and then we'll be back shortly.
Hey guys, I'm joined outside here. We were taking a look at what's going on in the vendor area. So we have a lot of different vendors from all across Japan and some international as well. So we have some wonderful things. A lot of people selling cards, a lot of singles, but a couple artist unique things. So we do see some proxies there for different tokens and stuff like that. Super, super cool stuff. So we have what's stored here. We have the Bokurano card shop here. Some of you guys actually may know these guys. I know Nestor. He's a cool guy. You want to come take a look at this? Cool stuff. They have like everything. They have the Glenn Williams card. The Glenn Williams card for being the GOAT and literally winning worlds. It's like the coolest thing I think I've ever seen in a card game. Yeah, so we have that. We also have Henki, the greatest of all time shop. I'm just kidding. It's not Henki, but it is the GOAT TCG here at Ascent Akihabara at the Bell-style venue. So there's a lot of cool stuff, right? We see all the different singles everyone has, wonderful playmats, deck boxes, merchandise. We also have TCG Evo, or Evo Cafe, which is one of the bigger stores here. A lot of people are coming from locals, actually, there. Heard a lot of people going to different local events. It's very, very cool. They also have a bunch of artist stuff, so there's like drawing samples, artist catalog for proxies, for different cards, pins, keychains. We also have Cardon, or Cardon. They're selling a whole bunch of mostly sealed product here. We have our very own DJB Vernosius helping run the store there. It's a big homie. And then the one we know and love the most, it's Vegan from Core TCG. Hey, Vegan. Hey. How you doing? It's good to see you. I'm going to come on your other side. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
So we're here in Japan. It's kind of far from where you're used to being when it comes to vending events, but you're here. You've got these wonderful pyramid mats as well. You're vending. How's it going?
Good so far, yeah, for day one especially. It's a little longer than we're used to because trade night's usually like towards the end of the day, but it's been pretty fun. It's like more of a full day experience. It's pretty fun, yeah. Good so far. I keep seeing spoilers out of the corner of my eyes. Excited, but it's too far to read.
Someone opened a Luxem site Looking Glass foil inside. They actually look crazy.
One of the nice ones too, yeah. I think that's probably the Luxem side and the Umbra side are pretty nice. Yeah, those are probably my favorite too. I gotta like scout that guy down. Maybe we could put it in the showcase and show it out.
True. Maybe. So talk to me. You come to all the events. You've been vending multiple events. You've done Boston. You did Worlds, Boston, Niagara Falls. So you came up to Canada to visit me, and now we're here together in Akihabara at the Bell-style venue. So just tell me about how your experiences have been here so far.
So first time in Japan, so it was really a bunch of a culture shock. It's been really nice here. Everyone's so polite. The community's been really cool with us. Like the pyramid mats seem like they're very new here. It's not something that the community seems very used to, but the response has been pretty well. Everyone's been having a lot of fun filling the materials and stuff, so that was really cool. CSRs are really popular here, it seems.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are really popular here. I know a lot of the players are missing really key staples, but I want to focus a little bit more on the mats. What is the most popular fabric that is sold today?
I want to say either Archangel or Angel Dawn has been the popular two. Specifically, this blue one over here has been really popular. which it's a little hard to see, but that one's been a really popular one. Honestly, most of them. I think we brought 380 mats. I would say after day one we have about like 190 left, so about half of it has sold. I think there is 6 chromas left for anyone who sees this in time. But yeah, so a little bit more well received than we expected. So hopefully there's enough to last us till the end of Sunday, so people get a full chance of being able to see them. But yeah, I think I was really fond of this one. I think this one's probably the best one we've done so far. Yeah.
Until the Ari one inevitably comes out one day for you and for Cam, for Lineage Break Cam over there. But thank you so much for joining us here at Ascent Akihabara. It's great to have you guys out here. Having a consistent vendor at events makes a big difference. It gives players more of an opportunity to play what they feel like playing, maybe make those last-minute changes. So big thanks to you, big shout-out to you, Vegan. We're going to send it back to the casters because I believe they have a couple more cards to show you guys. So we'll head on in and check that out.
We do have a couple more cards to show. I'm back on the desk again with Dan, and let's go straight into all of the different cards that are going to be revealed. First, we already saw Facet together earlier. Now let's go into the Golden Rook. We've had the Golden Pawn earlier. We have Alice, the Golden Queen. Now we have the Golden Rook. This Rook, as long as Golden Rook is attacking a unit with an even life stat, Golden Rook gets +1. This is a pretty familiar effect, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah, we've seen this on a number of things right now. The Rooks really like to attack even life stats, I think, in general. It's going to be a pretty simple ally. I mean, it's a 1/4 for 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 1/4, becomes a 2/4.
Yep.
So really, really nice. So just like Lily, as a Rook, you go straight or you go to the side. You only like the even
You
side.
only like it even, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting way to bring us. I always wondered how you bring out the theme of chess in a card game like that, but I like it. It feels right. It feels straight.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see the Bishop. I don't remember if we've seen a Bishop card just yet.
Have we? Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, so maybe it will be one of the next reviews. So Golden Rook, really interesting. Just a 1/4, situationally a 2/4, and other than that, it also enables some interesting other cards. But let's talk about Siege Mauler. Look at this guy, Dan.
Yeah, I actually was over with Main Deck Steve who opened this up. This is a 3-cost 2/3 ally guardian human with, well, it's attacking domain. It gets +2 power. It's a domain destroyer.
Oh man, what does this guy sound like? For the short screen, for Lucinia. Oh, he's so badass. Look at him.
Yeah.
And he has a little rook. He has the castle on his mace as well, so that's why he does more damage to the domain. He has a whole castle on his mace.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's here to destroy the castle and get it out of the way. This is just a 3-cost 2/3 with a situationally relevant ability, though. You know, this could I think we're going to be pretty far past the days when we just play non-class bonus 2/3s in our ally decks. Siege Mauler in an ally deck just might sometimes be useful, and it'd be interesting to see if any domains become like meta relevant where you want to bring this in.
Of course, I mean the most recent notable example is probably Xuchang, which is a water domain which makes you pay additional tax every time you want to play a card, and that's really, really irritating. So being able to clear it with one attack instead of like multiple allies is going to be really, really nice. But I mean that will depend whether like Xuchang or any similar domains come back into the meta.
I know Hanky will love this card. It's a 2/3 for 3.
No, but Hanky also plays Xuchang.
Yeah, it's okay.
So it's like
he can beat Xuchang's and run his own. We have the Bladed Riftseer here, a 3-cost 2/3 ally warrior human, level 1+ True Sight. Another Hanky special.
Yeah, I mean 3/2/3 additional effect, always nice to have. So earlier we had extra damage on domains, now we have True Sight. Although it is only level 1+, but that's still pretty nice. It's like Sword of Seeking on a stick.
Right. And the only decks that don't play a level 1 are the really cheeky Wind Wake Up decks, right? Okay, they're not going to run Bladed Riftseer. But if you love that ally strategy, you love putting down the 2/3s and just trying to gain board control, I think you're going to love this set because we have a bunch of new options that actually do things.
Yeah, and I guess one of the more irritating things for ally decks to deal with is the fairies.
Dream
right?
Fairy, yeah. Oh my god. Dream Fairy or Dream Fairy is the thing that makes those ally decks so hair-pulling, infuriating. But now we can just go, okay, you played a Dream Fairy, fine. Bladed Riftseer, attack it.
Yeah, I mean, unless they Dream Fairy the Bladed Riftseer.
Don't, stop.
At the very least, it's not a unique ally. So for a Snow Fairy, you could get rid of it. Dream Fairy is a bit more irritating, but there's always other ways to get rid of it. I just want to highlight the art on this. It's really, really nice as well. I love the little stuffed dolls on the corners.
Yeah, we have another card with it. I mean, the art is just so good in this set. This is crazy. I love this. Reveal the hidden 2-cost fast speed action Ranger skill. Each unit loses stealth until end of turn and can't gain stealth. And it had a draw a card bonus as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's exposed.
Wait, hang on.
Who are you? Is that 6?
What is that?
Warrior Chessman King Human?
Hunt Weiss King.
Oh, it's the king to Snow White's queen. We are going to see the effect of the card later. Hunt Wise King. So to match the Wise Queen, now we have the Wise King as well.
A beautiful CSR pulled. Can you imagine the excitement being a player here at the world premiere of Phantom Monarchs pulling a CSR like that?
Yeah, I mean, we already saw the Looking Glass side pulled earlier. Now we have a CSR.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the CUR isn't so far away. Let's take a look at Hunt maybe a little bit later. First, let's look at Mistral Ranger instead.
Yeah, this is a 3-cost 2/3. We said a lot of these this set. Ally, Ranger, Human. Now this one's class bonus. You're probably only going to run this in your Diana deck because there's class bonus as long as you've activated an Aether Charge card this turn. It costs 1 less to activate and has range 2 on a class bonus as well. So the tricky thing about the Diana deck, again, is it's this balance of allies and Aether Charges, especially in this win version. But if you can make that balance work here, a 2-cost 2/3 that can gain range 2, and Wind loves to give distant to its other allies.
Yeah, and
it's powerful.
A couple of sets ago, there was a Wind Diana Allies deck that was pretty good as well, using the power of cards like Veiled Dash, because it was a really, really powerful way to protect your board, protect your champion as well, and being able to have an additional good 3/3 that also has a discount, sometimes becoming a 2/3 is going to be really nice for them too.
A 2/4/3.
Yeah, technically, yeah, if they're distant.
Yeah,
cool.
crazy.
Sworn Windhand, we've seen this card already. It is a taunt 2/3/1/3 with the retort. I believe we talked about it earlier already. 2+X for that Wind CL deck, which is going to have a little bit of additional damage as well when it comes to retaliating with the taunt. So it's really nice to be able to clear something like a Frostborn Paladin with just this one card.
I think one of the coolest things about when we get a second set like this, you know, this structure where we have Distorted Reflection setting everything up, and then we have Phantom Monarchs coming in and bringing in all this support for CL and Diana. You know, we've already seen those decks performing in the metagame, but now we're seeing even more reason. Now here is Hunt Weiss King. This was the CSR that was pulled by a lucky player here in the venue. 6-cost, 0/4 Water, unique ally, Warrior Chessman, King Human.
Man, there's so much text and we haven't even gotten to the effect yet.
Look at all the text here. Alice bonus. This costs 2 less to activate for each of up to 2 pawn allies you control. So you want to have 2 pawns, and then it becomes a 2-cost ally.
Yeah.
With the ability to rest, choose one that hasn't been chosen. If you control a Chessman Bishop ally, they are here. Draw a card. Put a buff counter on a Chessman Knight ally, or change the target of an attack to a Chessman Rook ally you control. If you do, that ally gets +2 life until end of turn. Okay, go for it, Hero. What am I looking at here? There's so much.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, so 4 different effects technically. First one is a simple discount, which is nice. Of course, Alice, as mentioned, comes out with 2 different pawns already. So immediately you get that double discount. It's a 2/0/4, which doesn't sound that great until you realize the smorgasbord of effects that this allows you to have. Not only that, it is a Water Warrior unique ally, which means it could also be used in unique water ally decks.
And it's a human.
Exactly. So it will turn on the Jue-ing, for example. And remember, Lily is also a chessman rook. So this will allow that Lily to have +2 until end of turn as well. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use this. Of course, we haven't seen the bishops yet. But interestingly, they are trying to kind of make this like, okay, the knight is the one that gets a buff counter, so it does the attacking. The rook is the protective one, so it gets extra health. So I wonder what the bishops are, that the additional effect here on White Hunt is to draw a card.
Yeah, this Chessman theme was only barely teased in Distorted Reflections. But one of the big things about Phantom Monarchs is bringing the Chessman theme to bear in the set, where we have lots of chessmen and commands for the chessmen to use to create this chess feel for a new deck. And yeah, I mean, like, this is really, your king's going to sit back, right? And you want to protect your king, I think, because the value that he's going to bring you is going to be pretty intense. The ability to just hold this back if you have a rook in play and say, okay, fine, attack whatever you'd like. If I choose, my rook is going to take it instead. And if they choose not to attack you, then, oh, I think I'll just draw a card. Now, you can only use each ability one time while he's in play. But when you use an ability to just play a new one and sacrifice this one, for example, you just play a second copy. Now the new one is free to use those again.
Or, interestingly, he's a king. You can use Rescue the Heir and put him back into your memory. The heir is back, and now you can use all 3 of those effects again.
The theme is too strong on that. Rescue the Heir, a card from Mortal Ambition, has nothing to do with the theme of Distorted Reflections, but it fits so well there.
And since we're already talking about the heirs, we're talking about castles, we're talking about kings, here are the tri-castles of Lucinia. This was mentioned just a little bit earlier with the big knight guy. He was talking about 4 Lucinia, so I guess this is where he's protecting. Players can't activate non-advanced element cards.
What?
What? Mage Siegeable Castle, 8 health on a siegeable domain, and it locks you out of using any norm, wind, water, fire type cards.
Okay,
Wow.
but it has another ability. You got to read the whole card here. Banish a norm or advanced element card from your hand. Tricastle of Lucinia loses all abilities until end of turn. Any player may activate this ability, activated only once per turn.
Okay, so it's still pretty powerful sounding. It is an exalted card, so you are going to have advanced element cards yourself in order to use this. I mean, you wouldn't want to use it unless you had advanced element enabled anyway, but it's kind of like Shichang in the sense where it taxes you, but instead of paying one, you have to discard a card instead.
The tax is way stronger on this. It's way scarier than banish a floating memory or pay extra. The fact that if they want to play anything that isn't advanced element, there's some decks that don't even play advanced element cards, they have to banish a card every single turn or get rid of this siegeable domain. And let's remember that our Phantom Monarch herself is going to be happy to play this castle out very early in the game because she's a level 2 that unlocks the exalted element. I mean, I could see some very, very tricky and obnoxious kind of lockdown strategies with this.
Yeah, and the fact that it's a banish instead of a discard also means
that's huge.
Yeah, you can't take advantage of it to like discard floating, no problem. It's straight to banish. I hear the crowd going wild a little bit behind me, so I'm really looking forward to see what we're going to see there. But first, let's finish talking about the Tri-Castles of Lucinia.
I mean, I'm afraid of this card, actually. I'm afraid of what the players who like locking down the board are going to do with this.
Yeah, and because you have to banish Norm as well, if you're playing like Genbu, something like that, where you're not playing any Norm cards,
yeah,
you're not playing any advanced element cards.
Does Genbu do? Genbu just has to attack this thing.
Yeah, or Fire Xander. Fire aggro in general. What did we pull? What do we have? It's another CSR. It's going to be the one from the Recollection again. Still a huge pull for whoever the lucky person is. And this art is just so great. We can take a closer look at it later as well.
Yeah.
But right now, we're not getting the best view of it yet. No problem though. Still really, really happy to hear that more people are pulling very nice chase cards here.
Spiritblade Terminus is a beautiful chase. I certainly hope to get one myself. Tempestuous Conviction is going to be the next card we look at here. A 4-cost fast speed action. Guardian spell reaction. It is exalted. Wind as well. Class bonus, it costs 2 less to activate. A very classic thing in the CL decks where they try to manage their reserve costs a little bit. Target unit gains Spell Shroud until end of turn. Then if your influence is 5 or less, draw a card into your memory.
Wow, that's really powerful. I think it's cheaper Coronation Ceremony with the, I guess, downside of being locked to CL, basically.
Wind exalted CL. Yeah, it's pretty locked into that because you're not really going to play a 4-cost. I mean, you can't really have influence 5 or less unless it's your exact last card when you pay 4 for this. But when CL gets to play it, you kind of enable CL just like leveling quickly in Wind, right? And just saying, I think a lot of our Wind decks have just been trying to draw using the Wind Bless or the Windmill Engineer Lookout. Sorry, not Lookout. I've been playing too much Tristan. Windmill Engineer Engine to be able to draw a lot of cards. So you go to level 3 and you have a healthy influence, but this allows you to go a little faster and still kind of keep your defenses up.
Yeah, and I think other than that, this could be a really interesting card for Wind Wake Up. I think because of the fact that it would be allowed to use it, except for the fact that it's an exalted card.
Right.
So
That's
I
the
was
issue.
thinking about, because Wind Wake Up does run Coronation Ceremony, so maybe if they were going to run something like a more interesting version where Wind CL was going to use something like Second Wind instead, maybe that could be a way to use this card.
Yeah, maybe they just go to the new Alice level too to get it. You can play whatever in Wind Wake Up. You can play whatever champion levels you want to. So maybe you're like, all right, I'm just gonna go at Alice level 2 to get advanced element then.
You know what? Alice level 2, Wind Wake Up with the Chessman release.
Yeah.
Then you get even more power on your Wake Up turn.
There you go.
Are we cooking? Chat, are we cooking? Let us know.
Might be
Plea
cooking.
for Peace, though, is our next card that you guys can maybe cook with as well. What does this card do, Dan?
It is a 1-cost action Guardian skill slow speed norm element until the beginning of your next turn. Players can't declare attacks unless they pay 1 for each attack declaration. It is a half of a Tariff Ring that you play in your main deck for a 1-cost.
I think that's a pretty interesting card to have. Just more options to stifle aggro a little bit more.
Yeah, these are definitely like it's going to be a pretty niche scenario where you're going to want to put this in, but you could potentially really hold opponents off if you're able to do things like use one of these every turn, maybe through some sort of cycling method. Like I always think about CL, his ability just to grab a card out of his omens if he wants to use it turn after turn.
And I mean, Omens wise, CL has been using Peaceful Reunion in that way as well to use it on fast with the Green Prestige. And here we have the Golden Pawn. I think we've also seen similar cards, Golden Knight earlier, Golden Rook as well. As long as you control another chessman unit, Golden Pawn has Taunt. Taunt is, of course, a really nice effect on a 0-1. On death, draw a card as well. So it's kind of like Library Witch, isn't it?
Oh, we have...
Go. I heard a couple yays in the crowd earlier. Who do we have?
Another Spirit Blade Terminus.
Yeah,
excellent.
Look at that smile.
And this is a Jellyfish Girl, an artist in the community as well. It looks like she opened this. Freedom's going to interview her, it looks like.
All right, cool. I'm Freedom here. We're at Ascent Akihabara. We have here Jellyfish Girl, who has now opened the Spirit Blade Terminus CSR. Very good, very pretty, and congratulations.
Thank you.
As well. Hey, are you quite excited about this whole new set?
I'm thrilled. I love it so much. I'm really excited to build all the chess product.
Yep.
I just need to now prevent, was it Hope Stella from stealing it from me? That's a genuine risk, but I'm looking forward to this set and building lots of pretty chessman decks.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, I mean, like, Stella doesn't own any cards. You own all his cards. You own all the cards.
Yes, I need to get my hands on that Raichu COR of his. Yeah.
There it is. There's for Stella. That's what you got to do to get it.
Hello and welcome back. I am joined at the desk, the rare chance I get to come back here and relive my roots. But this is actually a legacy moment because we have casted together. Obviously, we're not casting now.
Still sharing a moment, right? Of course.
It's true. Ascent Toronto, it's a great time.
Yeah.
It was pretty much a year ago, like today.
Yeah.
So, welcome back. Thank you for joining me, Mr. Byfall.
But appreciate it.
I grabbed you because I wanted to talk about the new cards. I want to talk about the new arts that are coming out here in PTM. As a host, I don't always get the opportunity to go into the deep dives for things. What do you think about the new, well, I was going to say the Crux site, but now we're on the Thieving Cut because everybody knows that I love Assassin. What do you think about the new arts?
I think the art is amazing. I mean, I saw a glimpse of Crux site, but I think this Thieving Cut is so cool, especially, like the new angle that we get. Because, the card in the previous one wasn't that much of a thieving thing, but now you can see like the goodies getting out of it. So I think the art is pretty nice in this one. I also like how we're still getting back to some of the roots. So getting one of these with a new art is so refreshing for people that haven't been playing the game or seen previous sets, right? So I think one of the evergreen cards that I think is always going to be some play, and I just think the art is very cool.
Yeah, evergreen's such a great term. Hearing people talk about that, it's not something I knew a lot about when it came to discussions for whether it's card games or other things, but understanding now how things are evergreen or how that works is really cool. So Smoke Bombs, as a revisit here, this is like my favorite aesthetic. I love the glass bottle potion style where it's very like fantasy based. This is like my #1 aesthetic over anything. Like it's witch hats, potions, bottles, glass and stuff like that. So I mean, it's so thematic.
Yeah, like the mood is so good, and also it's an amazing card just to see coming back. When looking at Assailant, I mean, this it gives me a lot of
dude card. No way.
It's giving some like Castlevania vibes, kind of. So I
real. Okay, you convinced me. I rescind. This is a good card. Good card, great art. The tattoos on the arm over the arm guard, I think is really neat.
Oh, this is amazing. Okay, never mind. I prefer this Fast Gear way over the other versions, 100%.
Ooh.
This is so cool.
So it's tough because the Fast Gear here is gorgeous. It's very beautiful, clean. It has a lot of bright colors. But the Hoshikawa Sara Fast Gears that are exclusive to Japan are really, really nice.
No, but I bet this is going to, in foil version, in real life, this is going to look amazing. I can imagine the colors being so vibrant on this one.
True. And this also being an FTC card, from Fractured Crown, one of the sets that is not getting reprinted.
Yeah.
It's really important to see these cards come back in future sets. So like you said, having opportunities for new players who are just jumping into the game. Oh my god!
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Somebody call Cam. Where's Cam? He's looking at this, but I think he's struggling a little bit. Of the new Looking Glass sites, if you've had a chance to see them all, which one is your favorite?
Well, it's just because I'm biased.
Xander.
I have to say Arcane Side, you know?
No, it's Rye. It's always been Rye.
I mean, it's the only thing we have left, you know? There's no more Arcane, but oh my god, Fellowship Gale. I don't think I've seen this card before, but I like the setting, you know? Like, it's very, like, it sticks with the thematic of the... Oh, wait, where are we going now?
Was that a foiled ticket to the afterlife? Or maybe it's just a ticket.
Foil.
It is, so it is
Oh my
foiled.
god.
Very, very pretty card here. You can even see the light, like, almost... It's almost textured, but not quite. It is really nice. Ticket to the Afterlife, I think, is one of those cards that really strongly defines the aesthetic of this Dark Alice or, like, Phantom Monarch's Alice. Yep. Having that whole, like, Shadowsy, Spectres, Thorns kind of look.
Yeah, and just looking, the color combinations, you know, the thematic is very, very emblematic of the look and feel of this set specifically. So it's very ad hoc on that one. Like, now I have Luster Shroud.
This is Wind. This looks like Wind Diffuser block.
You know, with the Merlin bonus and Sheen 6+ Ephemerate, I think this is very interesting because I haven't looked much into Wind the Merlin for the new set because I've seen one of the cards that are focused on water Merlin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to see there's support for other colors as well and not just like eggs in the basket for one specific archetype.
Also, Merlin Ponytail is the best under all circumstances. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Merlin with the ponytail is the better Merlin. It doesn't matter what Mitch from Merlin's Marketplace says. He loves Merlin too. It is all about Merlin with the ponytail.
Oh, Mistral Ranger. I like this. I mean, same as the previous one that we saw, like all these like foresty settings. Like I love how it's... Oh, now we have Reveal the Hidden. Each unit loses stealth to the end of turn. Those units can gain stealth. Level 1 plus draw 1. Oof. I can foresee this thing being playable in a lot of sideboards.
It's
well,
kind of good against like Cheshire Cat and stuff like that.
Yep.
Oh, new Cleansing Reunion.
Oh my. Okay, yeah. Everyone's going to be playing this instead of the old version.
This card art is so sad. It just makes me feel alive. I see this and it's very somber.
But beautiful.
There's a lot to it.
Beautiful in the same way.
Mm-hmm. The background being lit up with the light rays, whereas he's like walking through the wake of destruction, has such a nice setting to it.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of storytelling just by this art alone, just by what it just. Please, mate.
Yeah, it's very, very, very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of cards here, lots of new stuff.
Yeah.
One of the things, if we, jumping back, it was the Aether Charge spell. They give you +1 for each ally you had as like reverse Inspiring Call. I thought that was pretty cool.
And now we have another classic coming back with Veiling Breeze. And I have to admit, I like this more than the previous art.
I think I do too. This kind of gives me more of the Judge Veiling Breeze vibes. It's a little bit closer in terms of the way the character feels. But I mean, I'm a sucker for swirls. The swirls look really good in foil.
Yeah, and it's very like thematic. You know, in the Enchanted Forest, you're just calling the breeze just to hide your tracks. I think it's pretty cool. But like
Singeing Leap.
The old one.
Oh, take one, get distant. That's kind of good.
Ooh. Yeah, that can enable a lot of different shenanigans with like with Vengeance and other things. Especially with the Ephemerate.
True. I didn't even think about that.
Because now you can set again, right? So you can use it back to back. One turn, Vengeance, do it again. Why not? Especially because it's fastest speed. There's a lot of restrictions with timing. Fastest speed is going to make it very interesting, especially like Ranger, Assassin, and I don't know. I see a lot of potential with this one.
Yeah, one of the cool things that you mentioned, Heated Vengeance, is when you have ranged on your champion, you don't necessarily need to attack with a gun or a bow or an Aether Wing. You can just attack with a weapon, and if you're ranged, you still get the damage bonus.
Yeah, you still have the distance effect in it.
Definitely a neat one. Oh, it's our goats. That's Talk GA. Okay, Cam will never hear this, but that is my favorite podcast on all of Grand Archive is Talk GA. Hopefully Cam didn't hear that, but their editing is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. They do such a good job.
Obscured Offering. As an additional cost active this card, banish 2 cards from your material deck. Target Gala gains a spell shroud until the end of turn. Wow. Now we have more Gala protection.
I like this idea of banishing cards from your material deck because this is a pretty... This feels very Lorraine-esque. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also like how you just want to sometimes use your own material. Just
another
one.
Afterlife foil. This image from here, like the angle, that looks way more foily. That's a very beautiful card. That looks like Lorraine.
Yeah, I thought it was like, oh, maybe they're like non-Lorraine version. Oh,
Exalt.
reflected light. What?
We lost. We're exalted. A lot of exalted. We're zooming. We're still exalted.
Okay, Mage's Skill. Okay, this is for me, I guess. Class bonus, this card costs 2
Oh my
less to
god, this is
activate.
for you.
Banish any amount of fire element cards from your graveyard, then empower 4 plus X, where X is the amount of fire cards banished this way. You know what?
Sacred Engulfment, Power Overwhelming Fireball. Or like Advent for 30.
You know what? Oh, it's so sad that it's slow, but I guess having it fast will be way too crazy. But
I think the cool thing with this card is because it costs 1 with class bonus, you can use it, get the Enlightened counter as well. But on top of that, a lot of the time you're trying to banish arcane cards, right? So if you play like a Creative Shock, you don't necessarily want to discard a floating memory.
Correct.
You can discard a fire card to enable this.
The only bad thing, though, is that every time I see class bonus, Mage, I know Merlin is going to use it.
True.
There's a power 4 plus X. That's great.
There's a lot of Exalted cards here.
Yeah. Intercept on Enter Recover 4. You know what? I think this is an amazing defensive card. You have the Intercept, you have the Enter Recovered. That's like,
it's the GOAT.
What?
And EU's new GOAT, Asuna, has top 8'd the last 2 Ascents here.
Like, go away. You're not the real GOAT.
I mean, his competitive track is fantastic. Worlds 2025, top 8.
True.
He recently, I believe it was Ascent Niagara Falls, top 8. Ascent Auckland, top 8.
Very consistent. Yeah, you're right.
Maybe Ascent Akihabara, top 8.
Who knows?
That's where my money be going.
Oh, Burning Either Charge. Cloud Bonus Kindle 2. You know, anything that reads Kindles always scares me. You know, like...
Kindle is awesome.
Yeah, deal 2 damage to target champion, then you may load it. Okay, so we get more gunpowder for... Oh!
Oh! Okay, wait, hold up. Why didn't Silidar give me the CR version of this card when I got spoilers? Excuse me, I had a bone to pick with Silidar. That
looks
gas.
beautiful.
That is so cool. That card is
oh
awesome.
Oh my god. Yeah. Look at the colors on those feathers. That was amazing. Like, Polishing Flourish.
Well, who's that in the back, though?
Oh, I don't know, but remove all Sheen counters from units you control with floating memory and fast. Oh, this thing does a lot of things.
I can tell you what this card is going to do is that Resolute John on Twitter is going to open this card, take fantastic photos of it, and tweet it on unnamed baddies of Grand Archive on Tuesdays. Oh, Curio Foils.
Oh, look at that reflection of the... Oh, my God.
That's gorgeous. You know, I was a little worried at first with Curio Foiling since it was the cracked ice. It's been done a lot in a lot of different games. I wasn't sure if it was going to be too much. But seeing that, I think it's very tasteful. It has a beautiful shine to it.
Yeah, like the team always finds new ways to improve their foiling processes. You know, like even since the armament days.
True, the armament days, true.
Windfall check. Command chessman and champion hit. Target opponent banishes 3 cards from their graveyard. What?
That's kind of gas. I like that there's a lot of graveyard interaction in this set.
Yeah.
It's like a lot.
And there's a lot of like chessman support as well. So I think like Alice is just gonna get crazy this set.
No, don't say that out. Cam can't have that one too. On top of everything, he can't have that one as well. No, Chessman's really cool. I'll admittedly I'm a big cardistry enjoyer. I kind of prefer cardistry over Chessman, but the concept of everything in there is really cool. I saw this card in person over there. Someone opened a foil of this. I read the card and I was like, oh my lord.
Oh yeah, this is definitely the support card that Chessman needed. I mean, long as the rest of all... Oh, and then you glimpse. This has everything you need.
I heard out, woo!
Wait.
And a round of applause. We're getting something. But
yeah.
Gustmark Gauge is essentially, if the item is awake, all Chessman ally you control get +1 life. Level 2+, as long as it's rested, you get +1 power.
Oh, no, wait, what's it? Oh, nice.
Parasite, Looking Glass.
What's it, Kendall? Congrats, Kendall.
Yep. That was the winner of the NorCal Regional, I believe, for DTR.
Wait, I was supposed to get that box.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, no. I pulled you out of the line for this content.
Okay.
I owe you a big one there.
Oh, turn, Short's Rook. You know, he looks amazing. He definitely looks like a Guardian card, you know? Like all the aesthetics, like like even the helmet, like the rook shape.
He's got all of it.
Yeah, that's so cool. Whenever Term attacks with a command card, put a buff counter. Okay. And then on lead, put the buff counters that were on upon ally. So basically, you can keep on buffing. This is basically a green slime.
Green slime. Yeah, Guardian green slime. Let's go. Terms are pretty cool. I'm interested to see if this I don't think this has a CR, but maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future. Yeah. SP4. Oh, no way.
Everyone's favorite card.
It is my favorite card, you know? Like, this card is so crazy.
Absolutely fantastic. Purifying Thurible, pay X, Spanish Purifying Thurible. Okay, for those of you guys who are not here at the beginning of the DTR season, when Rile the Abyss was still available, they added Purifying Thurible to Proxy's Vault ahead of time so that people had more graveyard interaction. And then they banned it, and they had to remove Purifying Thurible.
Wait, so that means it's legal now?
Almost. December 5th. December 5th is the official release date of Phantom Monarchs. That's when it was. That is so cute.
Oh, I love this art piece.
Lagomorph Piece, Regalia item, Cleric Chessman Bauble. As an Alice bonus, it is a free materialization. Pay 3, banish this item, return target Chessman command card from your graveyard to your memory.
So that means you can use a command card, swing, bring it back, swing again, and then turn is going to have 2 buff counters.
True, turn going crazy. This set is just so aesthetically pleasing to look at.
Myopic Lens. The next time target player will glimpse any mount this turn, that player gets 2 instead. Oof, that seems like a good pick card against all the Astra shenanigans.
Goodbye, Rai.
And Rai.
Scry for 9? Yeah, you can scry for 2.
Yeah, that's enough. But again, the real target will be... now we're going to the next one. Return to the Depths.
Oh, CL getting some love is so great. I love CL. Probably one of the coolest mechanically advanced champions in the game. I think it's also the best champion lineage in the game.
I think like Seal is the real mage control deck instead of Rai. But I like the Seal bonus in this one. It's like when 3 or more damage is prevented this way, you may banish a card from your graveyard and put an omen on it. And I think like Water struggles with getting omens. And this is going to help just like turboing your omen count. So I can foresee this being a card being played in a lot of Water Seal decks.
It's a water barrier with Omen Banish, basically.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Reasonable cost.
Oh, Advanced Elements.
Abnegation. Oh, recover 8 plus X, where X is twice the amount of curse cards in your lineage. Okay. Interesting.
As long as the card activation you controlled was negated this turn, this card in your graveyard has Ephemerate 2.
Oof. I mean...
That's pretty cool.
I guess it's good that it's an Alice bonus, but I can see a lot of combat tricks happening in other decks if this didn't have the class restriction.
I mean, this card still can be used for other things, right? Diana Cursebreaker.
True.
Technically, you can use this in Tristan as well if you want.
Yeah, you don't need the Ephemerate 2. I mean, that's a good, like, a cherry on top. But just the recover 8 plus X is just insane.
Oh, this card is... Oh, okay. This card is getting an errata because it is... It's supposed to be a Spectre card because it has Ephemerate on it.
In addition to being just Cleric spell, it should be a Spectre on top of it.
Cleric Spectre spell. That makes sense. Good catch.
Now we have Harrow the Saved. Another Cleric Spectre spell. Alice bonus, as long as there's a cursed card in your champion lineage, this card. Oh, okay, so it reduces 3 the cost of the card activation.
Whoa. Put all non-champion, non-Regalia Spectre cards from your banishment into your graveyard. Then recover X, where X is the amount of cards put into your graveyard this way. And then Alice has a lot of interaction with graveyard anyways. That's kind of cool.
So basically, every time that you ephemeral something and gets banished, you can get it back to your graveyard and re-ephemerate it. So you get another use of every spec card, basically.
The art in this card is really cool.
Yeah.
It looks like she's ripping the souls out of every like doll. All right, what's up next?
Unmoored Call. And this is the last card for the moment. It's an action mage spell. Activate this card only during an opponent's recollection phase. Choose a number until the end of the turn. Object with a reserve cost equal to the number into the field rested. Interesting. So you can do this.
This is a Kendall card.
It's a Kendall card. You can do like preemptively, hey, all your beaters that cost 3, they'll enter rested. Thank you for your time. And then I recycle it because I draw into memory.
This card is really cool for a couple of reasons. So one, it recycles itself, right? So you draw into memory, but on top of that, you also have the ability to use it for all of the 2-cost intercepts, taunts, shield mates, right? Using it for all those things is actually, you can use it in an aggressive way too, instead of just using it defensively.
And also for fractals, because it's all objects.
Oh, it's all that's
Yeah,
true.
exactly.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. All right, we're going to bring you guys another set of card. We actually got some quick ones. I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, yeah, this is the one that we just saw
I'm
live.
salty. I'm salty. the salt in my wounds. But, I mean, it's great. This card is fantastic. I think it was very deserving of a CR. It is. Seeing this new class anomaly is, like, very exciting. And I'm really interested in seeing what the class icon is for anomaly.
Yeah,
I don't think we've seen that yet.
I don't think so. So there's going to be a lot. I mean, it just opens a new window for a lot of like development.
This is not a new card, but it's a cool card. Vacuous Servants. This actually has the potential to be a lot better in this set. I think in last set there was not really very much support in terms of win CL. I know the True Champion guys made a lot of videos talking about win CL. It's not like the hottest thing. Edward 30 loves the deck, but he was basically just looping heals. Recover, 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 recover. Scavenging Raccoons, recover. So I'd be interested in seeing how the Vacuous Servants do in the next set.
Yeah, really agree with you. I mean, whenever there's support for an archetype that isn't very well like represented in the meta, I think it's always great to see something just like making it strong for the next set that's coming up. Like with Alice specifically, and now with Seal, right? I think Wind did need a lot of love because we have a lot of good Wind decks, but we see like Wind Lorraine or Wind Assassin or Wind Dragon, so they're not really new decks, right? It's just like data we've seen in previous seasons.
I was actually really hoping that if this token got reprinted, it would get reprinted with a different art. I was hoping to see a female Vacuous Servant. You know.
Yeah, this give him some like Eastern Protector vibes, you know?
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I would be so down for that. I think that's like really cool overall. There's a lot of neat things that have come so far. Of all the spoilers that we've seen today, I know there's a ton. What sticks out to you the most?
I think that the one that removed the Sheen counters, I think is really interesting because I think that's like a preventive measure for just Merlin if he goes go way too crazy.
True.
Oh,
is that going to be the sideboard card? You remember in ALC when everyone played Exercise Curses?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the new one?
That's the card, right?
Remove Sheen, protect myself.
Crystal Vein Awakening. Okay, Merlin bonus imbue too.
Summon a Memorite Obelisk token with a Sheen counter on it. If Crystal Vein Awakening is imbued, put an additional Sheen counter on that token. Now, if I'm not mistaken, a Memorite Obelisk is a 1/2, right?
I don't remember. You might be right, but
so this comes in as a 3/4 if it's imbued.
Yeah, and now you have an additional sheer counter token. I mean,
pretty good.
I haven't delved much into Merlin Assassin, but like sacrifice play.
Command Chessman cards. I believe that one was shown during the dev stream. I almost said the anniversary stream, the dev stream.
And this is the token you were mentioning. You know, like Vacuous Call would unentered summon a Vacuous Servant token. Seal bonus 2, discard an ally, sacrifice, and you can summon another one. Interesting.
Discard an ally card, sacrifice Vacuous Call is interesting. So this allows you to basically discard something that you either want to use in terms of like Ephemerate, or if you need it to gain benefits to your graveyard, whether it's omen counters or other things. I'm not sold on WinCL with the tokens specifically, but I'm interested to see how it goes.
Well, it's interesting that it's like a spell, so you cannot, but it's a Fantasia, so you cannot interact with it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
And I have Indissoluble Fractal, like more Fractal support. Cleric, Mage, Spectre, Fractal. Oh, okay.
I like Spectre Fractal.
Yeah, so it's a reservable, but you can pay 5 to bring it back from your graveyard. And also, like we mentioned before, the fractals are really hard to interact with because they're Fantasias. So
Scourge Conquest. Destroy 3 Oh no, that one's domains. It's Noble Dissolution. Noble Dissolution, my bad.
Vice Bishop. As long as you control one or more pawn allies, Vice Bishop has a stealth. So now we see Chessman support, but in water. So this is very interesting.
I like that Weiss Bishop gets +1 as long as it's attacking a unit with an odd life stat. I like that Water Chessman has this idea and concept where it's like, even life stat, odd life stat, you get a bonus, you get a bonus. So it kind of plays in this very thematic way that chess works, where you have different styles of play for each character, or each piece.
Yeah, and you always know that stealth is super strong, so you can never be having a lot of issues. I mean, there's always issues with removing stealth units. Oh, this is like Exalted, buffeting Hurricane.
Oh, no way.
Or like, on enter, draw a card into your memory, class bonus whenever you use a person. Oh, please. Oh, the Razor Gale. Thank you.
So we're playing Advanced Element Razor Gale now, is what you're saying.
So instead of Kong Ming, we're going to go back to the Vanitas.
So Cleric, it would have to be Vanitas or Arsana or Diao-Chan, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Wind Diao-Chan is playable.
That could be, finally Diao-Chan competitive.
I mean, Gale Stream Insight. You have a lot of cards that actually work very well with Cleric if you're specifically trying to play like a Razor Gale version of Cleric.
Mm-hmm. And I love that it's a spell, because there's a lot of spell recursion, so that helps Ventus with the Ventus triggers. Because there's a lot of wind cards that Razor Gale plays that they're not actually spells.
And it can be brought back with, which one is it?
Cyclical Breeze.
Cyclical Breeze, thank you. It has so many cool cards.
Wow, yeah, I mean, right now I'm just thinking of so many decks that are getting support, and maybe even some archetypes that will be born after this set. So, oof. But Wind is getting a lot of gas, though.
Wind, Terra, Diao-Chan. You heard it here first, guys. Wind, Terra, Diao-Chan, Razor Gale. The next Canadian Ascent is going to be won by that, because Canadian Ascents are only won by Razor Gale.
We have to keep the tradition, though. So, first it was Vanitas, now it was Kong Ming, it has to be Diao-Chan. Yeah.
All three. Arsana can just stay back there somewhere. It's fine. It's fine. She's not that important to us.
Unless it's Razor Gale Arsana.
All right, if someone's playing Razor Gale, I will be impressed by Razor Gale Arsana sounds like a demonic deck. You are like throwing herbs and potions, and I guess there are cards we have already that kind of work with it. So like things like Poisonous Breeze Cap has potential to work with stuff like that. It has the on-enter draw, and then if you suppress it, you can sacrifice it and draw instead. So you have a bunch of different options with that. I'm interested to see how well the Exalted cards do. I love the idea of Exalted. I think it's more flexible than just making specific advanced element cards where it's like, this is only a Crux card, this is only an Arcane card, this is only a blank, right? It allows us to like flavor splash more things, but Exalted cards also tend to be very, very thematic to the color that they're in, whether that's wind, fire, or water.
Correct. And I think Exalted is a great way to kind of make sure that level 1 or 2 decks don't abuse it, but they just give it like a good power that it's just, this is going to be playable, but it's not going to be running every deck. You have to be level 3.
I see hand claps over there, somewhere over there. Maybe another CR, maybe a CUR.
Yeah, I mean, there we go.
Oh, that's the one. That's the Arcane site, right?
That's my boy. That's my boy.
That's your boy. Rai, was it Rai Kyokai?
Yeah, that's right. Oh man, all good times.
Lorraine, if you've seen what I've seen, you too would something the Arcane.
Yeah, I mean, I think so far we've seen Terrasite, the Cruxite, and Arcane Site.
We've seen Arcane Sites, Terrasite, Luxem Site, and I think Umbra Site.
Umbra Site?
Because Umbra Site is Alice, and the Terrasite is Sylvie, Luxem Site is Xander. Obviously Xander is the only one. Unless. And we've seen this one now with Arcane, which should have been Gojo. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It should have been Gojo. That would have been a little too crazy, I think.
But all of them, they're amazing. I just love the creativity that you have to come up with like something like a stained glass, like foil version.
Yep. There's a lot of really, really pretty stuff with that. So I really like. Okay, I was very worried. I was very, very, very worried about the stained glass textless, but after seeing them in person, they look absolutely fantastic.
Yep, even better than I expected. Yep.
Yeah. So we're going to be sending it over to an interview, I believe, with Clem Hopkins, volunteering a judge and a volunteer. So we'll see you guys over there.
Hey guys, my name is Clem, and I'm here with Vio, judge and volunteer extraordinaire. What have you been doing today?
I've been guarding doors, making sure that nobody gets in here or there, telling them no. And I've been asking people, are you paying with credit card? If you're paying with credit card, you go over there.
Wow, that sounds not fun. There's a long line here. Have you been doing this all night, talking to everybody, making sure that they're paying with the right thing?
I have been for the most part, but I'll tell you what, it's nothing like when I was giving those Thunderclap promos out at AX. That was a line.
That's true. The AX has prepared us for this. That's why we're here. That's why we're helping. So are you going to be judging or volunteering this weekend?
I'll be judging. I'll be a deck check judge, and I will be checking decks.
Checking decks. Have you done it before? First time?
You're going to ask me that on camera? That's so embarrassing, man. No, I have not deck check judged before, but I have learned, I've asked like 5 different judges, like, how do you do this? And I'll be making sure to get a lot of practice in before this. And this will be my first time judging an event this large, so I'm very excited to see how it'll go.
I think you will do amazing. Like, deck checking is just a small part of a big thing, and luckily there's an amazing team here. And like you said, you've talked to many people, which is more than most people do. So you're prepared, you're ready, you're locked in. Are you getting kind of nervous seeing how many people there are?
Yeah, but you know, I think it's a lot like a lot of other things in life where you just gotta like push through the nervousness and you just gotta lock in and you just gotta do what you gotta do. And you know, people are gonna stumble along the way, but you'll get better the more that you put the reps in, the practice in. I'm excited.
Yeah. So are you going to get a Merlin recollection at the end of the day somehow?
I'm not sure. I hope so.
All right. Well, good luck with that. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back.
I'll go in.
Okay.
Hey, we are back. It's me, Hiroshi Show, and Freedom. We're going to talk more about the cards. We did see the Bishop finally, and of course, the effect is just if you're attacking an odd health ally, you get +1. I don't know how none of us thought that would be the very obvious choice.
We should have seen it coming, or maybe we didn't. Right. So remember, we had Lily, which gets an extra attack and an extra effect if she's attacking an even life stat ally. The Bishop attacking an odd life stat ally gets +1 power.
It also has stealth
And 1/3, yes.
Pawn and
let's
go! It's the unique ally Merlin CSR.
No, this is champion.
Is this champion?
Is the champion level 3.
Whoa!
Let's go.
That's huge. Congratulations to the lucky puller of that level 3 Merlin CSR. I wish that was me.
I hope I pull a champion as well. I did not pull a champion in Disorder Reflections. I did not pull a champion in one before Abyssal Heaven. I've just been pulling the allies or whatever in the other CSRs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a CSR, but I want a champion.
Yeah, I mean, everyone wants it. I'm sure that's why there's so many people. You can see the crowd behind us queuing up still. There's been many players that we've seen come and go, open their boxes to either great success or not so great results, but they're all still happy.
They walk out with new cards
That's
as
right.
well. All right, so here we got a new card for you to see. Briar's Spindle, all for the Briar King. Regalia item 0. Chessman, let's go. Right, banish Briar's Spindle, wake up each Chessman ally you control, all waking up. Activate this only during the opponent's turn, or rest this item. The next Chessman kind you activate this turn costs 2 less to activate. Activate this only if you control a Chessman King ally. So you need the Briar King now.
And we were talking about how Briar doesn't have a way to wake him up yet. This will wake him up. So that's pretty interesting. And the Spindle being like a very classic like Snow White is how... Is it Snow White that has the Spindle, or is it a different fairy tale? And because I just think it's Snow White that has the Spindle, pricks her finger, and then she goes to sleep forever, right? Or is this just too much like elite game knowledge that both of us?
Oh, this is out of my field.
Chat, if you guys know whoever falls asleep from the Spindle, make sure to leave it in the chat. We'll find out later. But I think the effect itself is really, ooh.
We got a new curio foil. We got the second one shown the Crystal Vein Awakening. I love this this glittery effect that we got here.
Yeah, and it looks so good with the Memorite shard concept as well. Like it's really fitting. So I think that's pretty cool.
All right, second card. Here we go.
Queen's Cinder Hog.
It's a hog.
It's a 3/4/2 Exalted Fire ally. Has stealth.
4/2. Very aggressive.
Assassin Animal Boar. 4/2. What do you think? As a fire aficionado, do you see this card as being pretty good for aggro, or?
So I'm trying to think which deck this will be for. So it's for it's for assassin, right? So Fire Merlin assassin, Fire Merlin.
Yeah.
Right? This is built for her deck. Now Fire Merlin is kind of already, we can kind of see it's going to be built as more of an aggro version, right? So if you wish to go to the Crux, level 3 Crux, here's an option for you.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
think it's interesting because we do know that fire aggro tends to stay at like level 1 instead because they want to keep more hand. But they're printing a lot of like exalted fire cards. So I'm trying to see like where the payoff is.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a card that hasn't been reviewed just yet.
That's what I was thinking as well, right? Is there a payoff to actually going to 3? Or is it better to just like stay at 1 and then, beat your opponent really quickly?
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be arguments both ways.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what ends up being the play that players actually prefer.
Mhm,
And I think that will always be the interesting part about new cards, new sets coming out. It's how do the players actually find the good cards now.
All right, cool. So we have currently spoiled 150 cards out of 207. So we've only got now 57 cards left to see.
57 is a lot of cards, 10 short of a very funny number, but it is still a little bit far away from being able to wrap up today's event. I think so far we've seen a lot of very interesting cards already. We've seen quite a bit of new support for some of our older decks. We've seen quite a bit of new supports for the new Alice deck as well. You've seen a lot of recovery-based cards on the Umbra side.
Oh, yes. So one thing that like Dan was talking about, right? One thing that the new Umbra ally lacked was recover, but now she's got 2 cards that can recover. Oh, and I think Jabberwocky as well, I believe. Not. Anyway, but those new cards, they're massive. There's so much recovery in them.
Yeah, and I guess we were talking about it earlier as well, like how everyone's wanting like a Necromancer deck. It's a really interesting way to look at a Cleric. And here is the dropped Band. Banish it to review 3 chessman cards from your hand and/or memory, and if you do, summon a pawn piece token.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, 0 cost, but it lets you summon a pawn at the cost of, I guess, is Imbue Chessman instead of Imbue Norm or something like that. I guess it's pretty interesting to be able to do that, to just get an extra pawn out, and then later on you can do this with there's the turbo charge for pawn.
Yeah.
That's also a pretty interesting thing that you can do. So I guess this is like the backup charger into turbo charge, but slightly different.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you can spend your materialized phase to get an ally, and then use that. Yeah, turbocharge it. Sacrifice to draw 2 cards, or there might be some setup for these pawns that you could get to for more damage. Right, they are allies. They can also help maybe set up for the queen. To try to get that 7 damage. I think you need as well. But I'm really liking the chessman archetype here.
Yeah, it has a lot of support like being printed for it right now. Like last set, it was just like there's no point in playing this Alice champion.
Yeah.
And now there's a lot more support, and it's in all the different elements as well. So there's a lot of different ways to play it, which I think is going to be really interesting too.
I mean, yeah, when I saw the first Chessman cards into sort of Reflections, and then that was it, right? There was not many, maybe like 3 Chessman cards, and then I knew there was going to be more support. All right, so I got here a new domain, unique domain, Field of Ranks and Files, a chess warrior siegeable Chessman castle, Chessman domains. The first time a Chessman ally. Oh, okay, we've been interrupted here.
Hold on.
Someone has pulled something. Oh, a CSR.
Oh, what is it? Ooh.
Oh, they're shaking. Who is it? Oh, what is it?
We'll see. The suspense is killing me.
No. All right. Merlin level 2.
Ooh, no, level 1.
Level 1.
Oh, that's
Merlin
huge.
level 1.
That's going to be huge as well because, of course, again, we were talking about Fire Aggro Merlin. Maybe they will only have the level 1. So level 1 is probably going to be the most important one to pull, if any of them.
I think that was Aiden Wong.
Oh.
That's a friend of mine, I believe.
Lucky him. And another one.
The foil you are.
Labyrinth.
The Labyrinth.
World Opus. Wow. Unique Fantasia as well. Maybe we can take a look at that card a little bit more later. 7 cost. Unique Fantasia, we'll see a little bit more about it later, but it's a really nice spoil.
It's already been spoiled, but you can always see it as on one of the spoiled. So,
Spark Link. We'll talk about the domain maybe a little bit later.
Each player draws a card into their memory. +1 floating memory. It's increasing danger in a sense. Sorry, it's not a +1 in that one, but each player draws a card, but it's also a floating memory.
Yeah, but the difference is that this is at fast. So technically, if you just need that 1 extra card, it is increasing danger, but a little bit better in that sense.
Now, I don't like to give my opponent cards, right? But there's a bit of a risk to that, right? It's floating. It is a draw for yourself, but then
Yeah.
Do you want to give them a card, but maybe you do, but you want the floating?
Yeah. I think it's good, like, in the sense that because it's fast, you can use it on your opponent's end step, and then they get it into memory, but if you're going to finish the game that turn, then it doesn't mean anything. Like, you get the +1, and your opponent gets a card into memory. I guess it's tangentially, it can be a detriment, like, against wind. Maybe they get an extra wind card for Veiling Breeze.
You
right?
don't want to give your opponent cards.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's fire, right? It's fire. There's always, like, high risk, high reward kind of like play styles for them.
I think Fire Dell would like this card.
Yep.
Fire Aggro would like this card as well, because the floating memory is not class bonus, it's level 1. So both of those decks, they do go to Xander, they go to maybe Merlin, they go to Diao Chan. All of these will appreciate that extra +1 for sure. You can use that floating memory to materialize any number of scary things. So I think Smoke Bombs would be probably like one of the most obvious options. Like your opponent just has a couple cards in hand, they have a taunt or intercept. You use this, draw an extra card, then you floating memory, go to Smoke Bombs, then you +1 again from the Smoke Bombs. So it's a really, really interesting card for the Fire Aggro. And yes, there is that trade-off, but if you're using it at the correct time, I think it doesn't affect you that much.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I do think, yeah, drawing it to memory, it's probably a good. It's good that it goes in the memory, right? You could play this like turn one like on their very first turn because your opponent won't get that because it's going to be in the memory as well. And then you could save this floating memory for later because you're not going to use it on the first turn as well. But like, I like it. I like it. It's interesting.
Yeah, just giving a different take on the increasing danger card, which only really saw play in Rai in the past, I think. Doesn't really do much else in other decks. Because for aggro, of course, you do want your opponent to have less resources, but I think it would be cool to see what else we can get. It would be great if we can look at the domain card again, because we did skip over it really quickly earlier. But as you mentioned, it was a chessman-focused domain. Did a lot of interesting
It did a lot of things,
effects.
but I wasn't able to see the full card.
It was so many effects. But instead, we have a new card, Calming Breeze. So, until end of turn, if 3 or less damage will be dealt to your champion, prevent that damage.
3 or less?
This is really interesting, because it's really good into ally-focused decks, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think it's just like Veiling Breeze is like a kind of a different version. But other than that, this also has level 1 floating memory.
That's the second one we've seen now.
Yeah, level 1 floating memory 2 times in a row. Cleric spell reaction. Fast speed as well.
The interesting part is if 3 or less damage were prevented, will be dealt, you prevent that. We don't see many like 3 less, you know, we see like 3 or more or next 3 or whatever, like that, but not 3 or less.
Yeah, I think what would be interesting is that you could probably, correct me if I'm wrong, right? Like let's say you use Calming Breeze and then you use Veiling Breeze on top of that, and then you take 4 damage, right? Would you? Right? Like you could prevent all instances of 4 or more, 5 or more, so on and so forth, right? So that would be an interesting like you would go -2 in hand, but you would be able to protect yourself from a lot of damage.
But although, you know, Veiling Breeze is already preventing a lot of that damage. Yeah, I mean, I can see it working. All right, so we're going to go to the next wind Fantasia spell. Glassgale Flock, right? Fantasia Assassin spell. On into summon a Memorite Shardwing token. I think it's the bird one, isn't it? Merlin bonus Sheen Sheen 6 or more, and 2 reserve costs. Rest of this, if you don't control an ally and name a Memorite Shardwing, summon one. Okay. So you get a Shardwing, and then if you lose it, you can get another one.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff where you like sacrifice Memorite tokens and such. So I think this is a good way to just continuously generate that.
Yeah.
Would be pretty nice to see that. Although it is limited behind Sheen 6+.
Yeah.
So it'll probably take a while for it to really get going.
Yeah.
I think it will depend on how much Sheen generation you really see.
Wouldn't this go with the previous one where you had to sacrifice Memorites and it gets and your next weapon gets +X, you know?
Yeah.
So you can put that together.
Then it will be that kind of combo where you have these 2 cards that synergize really well. And Fantasias are a bit hard to interact with still as well. So that, I guess it depends on how much Fantasia hate is in the current meta.
Yeah, we're definitely going to, you're going to have to put in those scatter resonances. We're going to have to put in all those, the Exalted the Wind one as well. You're going to have to put a lot of Fantasia hate in the next set.
Yeah, and I guess I can't remember off the top of my head what the Memorite Shardwing does, but because it's a Fantasia, maybe you could even see something interesting like in a Wind Diao Chan deck, where you can use something like Shimmering Reflection.
Oh, I like this.
New sword.
Palvor Sword. Right, we got a Regalia, 1-cost Regalia, Astra weapon, right? Guardian, it's a Distortion Sword as well. Level 1 plus level 1. On into banish all cards in target player's graveyard face down until Palvor Sword leaves the field for a 2/2.
Whoa. This is a really interesting effect. So it is like Orb of Sealing, but instead of targeting the banish, you're targeting the graveyard, which is much, much stronger. I think this is
it's like
insane card.
Yeah, it's like Orbit Sealing, and it's going to turn off your opponent's floating memory. It's going to and all cards in target. Yeah. So you're target your opponent's graveyard. Turning off your floating memory, turning off those 3 visits, turning off those ephemerates as well.
Yeah, but Astra Sword is a really interesting combo. So that's why it's a distortion sword, I assume. Because I mean, so we were talking about how CL doesn't have that unique ally yet. And this is CL with an Astra weapon. So that could be a hint maybe on the unique ally CL. I don't even know if it's gonna be in this set or not.
Do you think you'll see this in Lorraine?
Yeah, I mean it's a 1-cost sword with 2/2. It's not too bad.
Oh, it's a replacement. You can use this instead of the inert sword.
Yeah, it being 1 cost is a bit of a turn off, but it gives you a lot of power into.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of power into getting rid of floating memory, so you don't have to run the sensor, for example. You can run this instead. And it being an on-enter means that if you suppress it, it comes back, you get to banish all of the cards in the graveyard again. So that's really, really powerful. And I guess you could also do like funky things like with Quicksilver Grail.
Yeah.
You could put this under a Quicksilver Grail if you were a level 3 Astra non-looking glass champion as well. So there's a lot of interesting interactions that you could do with this Palvor sword.
All right, so we're going to move to the next card, Stolen Chance. Take it away.
1 cost, Ranger skill, remove a preparation counter from target champion. If a preparation counter was removed this way, draw a card.
Prep counter hate. We've got prep counter hate.
We have non-staggering strike prep counter hate. Not really interactable prep counter hate compared to staggering strike as well. You could incap this, I guess, but like it feels kind of wasteful.
This is like the card from, I think it's Abyssal Heaven, Surreptitious Scheme, which removes the level counters and you draw a card from it. Now we've got a prep counter version.
Yeah, I mean,
it's 1 cost fast. It replaces itself.
Yeah, it is basically Surreptitious Scheme for preparation instead. So we have Merlin hate for the level counter Merlin, and now we have Merlin hate for the Assassin Merlin as well.
Yeah.
And next card we have is Crackling Incineration.
All right, we got a fast assassin spell with Sheen plus 6. 6 plus, sorry. This card costs 2 less to activate, so it's only got to cost 2. Destroy target item or weapon that costs 0, memory costs 0, or reserve costs 4 less. Then that controller puts a Sheen counter on the unit they control. Oh, Destruction.
Reduced to Ash on Merlin instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a locked reduced to ash, but it's still pretty nice. It's cheaper technically, although it does have that.
You need
condition.
6, so you're not going to get it quickly. You're not going to get it early. Although you could get like 3, but then once you get 6, it just gets cheaper. It's great when you get like item destruction cards with cost reduction.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would still prefer to run this in Merlin over the reduced to ash because although it is more expensive, like early. Like you still want to reduce to ash anyway to get rid of that sensor, for example, to put your floating memory back available. And then if you use it later on to use it to get rid of like a Safeguard Amulet, for example, then it becomes cheaper. And you also get an extra Sheen counter, which helps you get towards your win con.
I mean, I don't mind paying 4 if, like early, right? I don't mind paying 4 to destroy like sensor or something because you're gonna probably hold that many cards up anyway. And then later it gets better.
Yeah, I mean, Fire Aggro doesn't like Nullifying Lantern, doesn't like Safeguard Amulet, doesn't like a lot of different things. Reserve cost 4, I guess Potions would be interesting. And
but you do get a Sheen counter out of it too.
You always get the extra Sheen, so it's always nice to have as well. I mean, I don't think I would pay for to just +1 Sheen, but it is fast speed, so at least you can do it pre-rec. If you just need that 1 more Sheen counter to win the game, I think, of course, it's good to have that additional ramp.
If only you could, I'm trying to read this place, right? If only you could see how much I've thrown away. I like that. I like that very much.
How much has she thrown away? then after that, you use this after Blazing Throw. then they will see how much you've thrown away right into their face.
So we're going to new card, another fire card, Ignition Draw, 3 reserve cards. As long as your champion is distant, it's a ranger spell. This card costs 2 less to activate. So become distant, only costs 1. Look at the top 60 cards of your deck. Banish up to 2 Aether Charges among them and put the rest at the bottom. Then under the turn, you may activate the banished cards.
Ooh. That's pretty interesting.
Fire aggro Diana.
Look, top 6 is really good. This is kind of like...
it's a search card.
Yeah.
It's like a...
Ashen Riffle.
Yes.
Yes, it's like Ashen Riffle for Aether charges instead. And because it's fast speed, I think that's really nice as well. You can use this pre-rec, and then basically, if you have a lot of influence, for example, you can use this pre-rec, and then after that, continue to use more of those Aether charges. And if not, then it's technically +1 or at least net neutral if you cast at least one of those Aether charges.
I think that was one of the issues with Fire Aether Diana, is that like there weren't enough fire cards or not enough ways to get those Aether charges into it. It just wasn't quick enough, right? Now this is actually going to make it even quicker. It'll put up that speed.
Yeah, and we'll see whether that is going to be enough to let it compete with that Water Diana that has become a lot more popular.
Yep.
And of course, did win the regional last week here in Japan as well.
As well. So we've seen, because like Water Diana has been really popular. Hopefully we see more Wind Diana, and also see the Fire Diana.
Yeah, and they did print some good support for the Wind Diana
exactly.
earlier.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about how in the past they did use Wind Diana allies with Veiled Dash.
Oh, here we go. A Ranger Human. Balm Shot Nurse as well for 3 cost. Rest this ally, recover 3. Activate this only she's distant, so 1/4.
So she's shooting the crossbow at you instead of your opponent because you're resting her, right? So she's turning around to shoot you with a healing dart. That's the kind of treatment I'm looking for. I think it's interesting, but you do have to burn a distant card.
Yeah, there's no she doesn't have ranged.
Yeah, but does Weaving Mana Stream allow you to target units or only your champion?
I think it's only champion. Yeah.
Yeah, then I don't know. Maybe we'll see like backstep on this, like because it's net neutral. Then your backstep technically becomes fast cure, but like it's like not here nor there. It is also cleric, but yeah, it's kind of
it's not class bonus, so it's like
if you want to make your cleric ally distant, that's also possible. Evasive maneuvers technically is applicable on this still, so it will make it distant even in a non ranger deck. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting take. I wonder what this card is for.
I would like to see this if it had like ranged, because you could choose whether or not you want to deal damage or do you want to recover. That'd be a cool trade-off kind of thing.
Right, then you can choose which arrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoot,
right,
like with the healing arrows or the damaging arrows.
All right,
I think that's pretty cool.
Who needs healing?
All right, who needs healing is right. We got the nurse archetype, very nice.
All right, next card.
Crystal.
Aggression.
Put a sheen counter on each unit with a sheen counter on. Whoa.
Ooh, okay.
That's doubling your sheen counters. I mean, okay, not doubling. If you have one sheen counter each,
you get another one. Yeah, right? It makes it's just +1 sheen counter for the ones that already have a sheen counter, and it's floating. It's fast. 2 cost fast.
Yeah. That's actually very nice as well for the Merlin for sure. Like being able to ramp up the sheen exponentially, or I guess. What's the word? Quadratically, depending on what you have. We are not math majors. We're here to cast. So that's why we're just going to talk about how this is a pretty nice way to ramp some extra sheen, really get you to the thresholds that you need for the Merlin.
I mean, you can also just like play this at end of turn as fast. It's just a fast 2 cost. Bishop's Cross. All right, a Chessman command. All right, for the wind. Chessman command. So the Chessman ally uses this attack, performs the attack. On kill, if the kill unit had an odd life stat, draw a card, and it's for 2.
That's why it's for the bishops. The bishops, again, don't like the odd attackers. And then on kill, if the killed unit had an odd life, they draw a card. So it's kind of like thieving cut, but on kill only.
Yeah.
So it's
no, I like this though, because now Lily's effect doesn't go off that often because not many allies have even low get, but like all the 3 cost 2 3s. So this is great for them.
Yeah, and I guess technically the pawns can also use this to attack.
Yes, they can. Yes.
So that will give them the tree that they need to clear an odd life. Right?
So I'm pretty sure the pawns also have command will
Yeah.
X a number as well. Because remember, those opponents will need to, they want to get plus, they need to deal 7 or more damage to become queens.
Yes.
As well. I think it's 7. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it could have been like, I think it was like 6 or 7, but
6 or 7.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but anyway, but yeah, this is great to use it for the win pawns as well, become queens. Yeah, I do like that we got the even, now we've got the odd life stat effects.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. Oh, it's just the CSR. We've already seen this card.
We've seen Melee. However, this is one handsome dude.
He is. Look at him. Oof. His
roller
armor is really cool as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit on the nose. The knight has horses on his shoulder
Yeah.
pads. But yeah, it's still pretty nice. On ally kill, if the killed unit had intercept or taunt, you can attack again. So pretty nice.
I do like that this guy is basically like the blocker hunter. You know, he wants to kill your blockers and then he'll
Go
back
again.
up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and using this on like you can use the chessman attack on him just now, the one that we saw, Bishop's Cross. He will have Commanded Will, so it goes in for 5, which is just nice. It is an odd number. I don't know if there's a 3-5 or something taunt in the game right now, but it's pretty cool interaction still.
Very cool.
I noticed that he says ahoy. Why does he say ahoy?
All right, Ethereal Swoosh. I think we saw this one in a spoiler as well. As an additional cost, return a Regalia control to its owner's material deck, so it's like an Ascension effect. Draw a card, then put 2 prep counters on your champion.
Yeah, I mean, more prep ramp is always good. I guess this is why Mercenaries Blade is a little bit on the watch list, because that would be...
Yeah, it would be. We got to see what's going to happen there, right? I mean, maybe not, but it's going to be great. You're going to +1, I guess. Like, you spend 1 prep counter to get the Merc Blade, and then bounce it back, draw a card, get only 1 prep counter back. But the draw is great. The draw is great for sure. So far, as you can see on this board, on the board, we've got we've almost maybe like 20. Oh, what we're at 164 cards out of 207.
Just 43.
About
43 to go.
Yeah. It's like 20%.
Yeah, about there. 20% of 200. We've been here a long time already, but we are going to be here just for a little bit more. And here is our next card. Come on, man. Dichroic Scorch. As an additional cost to activate this card, discard a fire element.
Oh,
card.
discard. Okay. I like discard elements. Go.
Alright, remove all Sheen counters from all units on the field, then deal X damage to each unit except for your champion, where X is the amount of counters removed this way.
Oh, a board wipe. It's a board wipe.
And
it's like an ablation.
Yeah.
Think of it like an ablation, yeah.
It's all Sheen counters from all units,
Yeah.
and then X damage to each unit.
Except your champion.
Wow. That's really...
It's a massive board wipe. And it'll hit the champion as well. The enemy, the opponent's champion.
Yeah, this is Rending Sheen. No, not Rending Sheen. Flame Sheen. Sheen Sweep. A lot of damage, basically.
Baleful Sheen.
Baleful Sheen. Sheeny Oblation. Really interesting card, though.
I like it. I saw this card earlier, okay? And it was really wordy, and it's got a really cool effect. So, Foe Awakening for 0 cost fire. It's a fast spell. Now, it has a new keyword, Interdiction. As long as this card's activation is on the effect stack, players can't gain opportunity. So this is I think this is the last card on the stack. And then the stack has to resolve. But seal bonus, discard all cards from your hand and memory, then banish up to 2 cards from your graveyard. Put an omen counter on each card banished this way until end of turn. Card activations you control can't be negated.
What?
Yeah, it takes a while to kind of understand. However, I like this interdiction.
Yeah, I mean, other than the word being like a bit big and hard for me to understand, it's a really interesting choice to have a card that says, okay, stack ends here.
Yep.
Right? Like, okay, I say we play the game now. Stop interacting.
Yeah, stop interacting. But however, now this is effect here. Discard all cards from your hand memory, banish up to 2, and then put an omen on them. And then, until end of turn, you can't be negated.
Yeah, so if you have something like Beguiling Coup on the stack, then you can suddenly discard the Auspicious Blow, put that in the omens, and then suddenly you have a lot more damage than your opponent accounted for. And so there's no more opportunity after the full awakening.
Yeah. So this is something you'd play in the mature.
Yeah. So interestingly, after the card resolves, then you can still gain opportunity after, but you just can't respond to this card directly.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So it's still pretty interesting. Like, it's not like the turn ends now.
All right. Okay, I misread that.
But it's still a very powerful effect to just say okay, this is it, right? And I mean, because when this resolves, you discard your whole hand. There's not much else you can do anyway. But the extra 2 omens is also really nice because let's say you were on 3 on your Servile Possessions, or even if you're on 4, you can ramp that 2. Not only do you get the extra damage on the Servile Possessions, you also get the draw into memory. If you go up to 6, you can also activate CL2. So it's a lot of different effects all in one that you get from ramping 2 omens. And remember, this is 0 cost. So if this is the last card in your hand, you just use this and that's it.
trying to comprehend. Discard all cards. Do you get any cards back? Anyway. All right. Squall Snare. All right. So action 3 cost fast. Suppress 2 target allies with the same reserve costs. So you're gonna be suppressing 3 cost allies here.
Yeah, I mean, you could suppress 2 3 costs. You could suppress 2 2 costs.
Well, they're
if
gonna be the
you
same.
like it.
You need like it's like 2 costs or the 3 costs.
Oh, or 4 costs, Ascent Protector.
Mm.
You suppress 2 of your opponent's Ascent Protectors, then they both come back, then they bounce
And
each
they-
other.
And they're gonna bounce each other as well. Now, so suppressing 2 target allies. That I like. This is pretty cool because like Zephyr or Displace only targeting 1, but now you're able to suppress 2.
You can also do something like suppress your own Dungeon Guide and one of your opponent's 3 cost intercepts or something like that.
Oh yeah, true. You
Oh,
can,
not
you
intercepts
can
because they will come
choose
back.
yours and theirs.
Yes.
Mhm.
So you will be able to use your own Dungeon Guide, suppress your opponent's one when they're already level 3, so they don't really get much value, something like that as well. Or your own Dungeon Guide, and I'm trying to think of another like good 3 cost ally to suppress. Maybe like a Frostbound Paladin or something. You can on enter again. You can protect yourself, or you can use this to level up on your opponent's turn. Because you suppress, then end step your Dungeon Guide comes back, and then you level up to 3. So that saves you a little bit of time as well.
I like it.
I think it's interesting. It could be a good tech for something like Seiryu as well. You could suppress something like maybe Trained Hawk plus Dungeon Guide, for example.
Yeah.
167 cards now reviewed.
So now we're at 40 cards left.
40 cards left.
Yeah.
167 cards so far revealed already. Another 40 to go. Still a little bit more time in the venue today. We'll be having a little bit more fun to go through all of this. As you can see, the crowd has petered out a little bit. There's everyone that has wanted it has already gotten their recollection deck, Merlin deck, and their 6 packs. Hopefully they have pulled a lot of nice cards already. So we're gonna go through some more of the 40 missing cards today. Here we go with Lost being first.
All right, 2/2 Anomaly Ally.
Yeah, I mean,
simple.
Simple boar. He is a boar. He's boring as well.
Well, I mean, going to be interesting. Have we seen anything that generates these?
I don't think so. So I guess once we see what happens,
all right,
that gives us this 2/2.
Well, let's see if the next one is.
Peer Beyond.
Target
1
unit,
cost.
target unit gains True Sight until unit turn. Ephemerate 1. Oh, so you can get True Sight twice.
Huh, this is pretty good. And as Norm as well. So
It's norm
Diana
and no class bonus.
Yeah, I mean, I think a Diana would be really happy with this to deal with Innovate Agility.
Oh, you can also use it to deal with the Cheshire Cat as well.
Cheshire Cat, yeah. Or you can also use it to deal with Snow Fairy, Dream Fairy.
Yeah, double True Sight though. That's good.
Double True Sight is good. You can give 2 of your units True Sight in the same turn.
Actually, this will help Guardian because Guardian does not have natural True Sight.
Yeah, other than something like Iron
Gilded Pyre.
Arcus. Deal 2 damage to target unit if that unit has a buff counter on it.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye, Frostbound Paladin. Yeah, I mean that's pretty simple. Doesn't do well into champions because champions don't have buff counters.
No.
But still, being able to get rid of an intercept for 2 is really nice.
Yeah.
Of course, the Frostbound Paladin is the most obvious example.
Yeah.
Trying to think of other important.
Like any cards in Wind, they get buffed. They get buffed by the Wind Trotter.
Wind Trotter, yeah, Oath of Sakura, things like that as well.
All right, Gleaming Smolder. Draw a card, discard a card. Oh, there we go. Draw and discard. If a fire card was discarded, choose a unit and put 2 Sheen counters.
Whoa.
So it's basically like the Flame Sorcel in a sense, right? Draw a card, discard a card, and then if it was a fire, you get a Sheen counter.
Yeah, I think that's really nice. I mean, of course, draw discard is really great. Putting float in the graveyard is always nice.
But like Sheen counter generation, it's good in fire.
Of course, Gleaming Smolder. What would I be happier if I forgot? I don't know. I think I would be happier if I forgot something. Like the next card.
All right, Tyrannical Denigration.
All
right, 7 cost Exalted, but it's Kindle 7. All right. Tyrannical Denigration gets +4 power and can't be retaliated. 4 and then +4 can't be retaliated. Warrior attack.
Oh,
so this is
Crux Knight. Crux Knight.
Yeah,
it's
fire. It's for Fire Crux. Yeah. Right. Rain Woven Chrysalis.
The next time damage will be dealt to your champion this turn, prevent all but 1 of that damage. It is Water Barrier.
That's right. We saw this. It's like a water barrier, and you get 2 Sheen counters out of it.
On your Fractured Memories specifically as well. So again, good Sheen ramp for Merlin. They're printing a lot of Sheen ramp, so it feels like you won't really break on Merlin that hard. Speaking of Sheen ramp, Still Shard Strike. Prepare 1 on attack if Still Shard Strike was prepared. Recover 1 + X, where X is the total amount of Sheen counters on each defending unit.
So you get to attack and you get to recover from it.
A lot of recovery too, like assuming like some of your opponent's allies, their champion also has some Sheen counters already. You'll heal quite a bit as well. And it's a two reserve cost 3 attack. So that's a still pretty good sword to punch with as well. Can get rid of things like Frostborn Paladin with a sword as well.
And I believe this is the last one, but you've already seen this maybe a couple days ago. The Bandersnatch Frumious Foe. Unique ally, Anomaly Spectre, Beast, Bear. As well, class bonus Taunt. So Taunt for the new Umbra Alice as well, because it's Anomaly. That's the class bonus. That's the class. Whenever Bandersnatch is dealt damage, you recover 3. It's got Taunt. So you gotta hit it, and then you're gonna recover as well. And then 2 cost, sacrifice another, and then Bandersnatch gets +2 power and gains Cleave. It goes 2/6, becomes a 4/6 with Cleave. So Alice So Alice now has her own kind of like Carter ally.
Yeah, I mean, Umbra, Carter, Alice can technically play the Carter, but I don't think she will.
No, she can't play Carter, but she gets her own Carter.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense as well. So I think so far, again, we've seen so many different cards. It's really hard to, of course, remember all of them at a glance, but sooner or later, they will all be uploaded on the index. So make sure that you go and check index once the full set is reviewed. We're going to send it off to Tyler now to end the stream. See you guys.
All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hello and welcome back, guys. We are here to thank you all for joining us for the world premiere of Phantom Monarchs. Thank you for joining us to see the Merlin Brilliant Vestige Recollection, and it was great to see all of the cards and all the CRs revealed.
本日の配信を見てくださってありがとうございます。本日の、プレビューの中でもマーリンのレコレクションデッキをたくさんカードを見せてくれましたので、ぜひぜひツイッターでもいろんなところに情報載せてるので、ぜひチェックしてください。
So tomorrow we will begin Ascent Akihabara here at the Belsal venue, and it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a big event with a lot of very good players. So hopefully you guys tune in, and we will see you guys tomorrow morning.
はい、いよいよ明日アセント秋葉原本戦1日目の大会が始まりますので、配信にもたくさんのいい試合をフィーチャーしますので、ぜひぜひ配信をフォローしていただいてありがたいと思います。それでは明日の本戦また見てください。それではバイバイ。
バイバイ。